Welcome back to Crosshair here on the GDQ Hotfix. My name is Dangerous, and this is the show that features runs with bullets. First-person shooters, third-person shooters, shmups, bullet hells, lasers, rockets, grenades, really annoying singing in the background from our runner in the green room before we started the run, and shotgun shells. It's got bullets in it. You can find it here on Crosshair. I'm trying to keep a straight face right now because Kamu kept talking during the green screen and kept throwing me off, and now I'm frazzled and scatterbrained. But yeah, if you got runs that you want to submit to Crosshair or any of our other GDQ Hotfix shows, head on over to gdq.gg/submit/hotfix, fill out that run submission form, and somebody might be calling you up one day to be on the GDQ Hotfix. Well, folks, you can also hear some of my co-hosts in the background. Apparently something has offended Freya outside because you can hear the barking downstairs. Today's going to be a fun one. I have been actually looking forward to having this run on Crosshair for a little bit now, and luckily it just so happened that this is the particular week that everything panned out that we could get it on the air today. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to our runner. This is Avukamu is a Dead Man being run by Romeo. Wait a minute. I think I got that wrong. Sorry. Hold on. Let me try that again. Dead Man is an Avukamu being run by Romeo. Kamu, take it away.
Dane, this is how rumors start, by the way, that I was singing in the green room, which was absolutely not true. Yeah. Hi, guys. My name is Romeo. Sorry, Avukamu. And yeah, today I'm going to be showing Romeo is a Dead Man. Before I talk about the game a little, I'm going to introduce my commentary here. If you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Dead Man, aka Froob. You usually catch me running Yakuza stuff, but I also run this. It's a great game.
It is a fun game, and just to give a little context, it is a Suda 51 game. Suda 51 is known for No More Heroes, Killer 7, a lot of other games. If you've never played a Suda game, you're in for a treat. If you played a Suda 51 game, you know you're in for a bigger treat because it's Suda 51, and I can't really explain Suda 51. He is like the Wes Anderson of video games. You don't know what you're seeing. You don't know what you're seeing. You just appreciate the ride. And I'm going to tell you right now, even if you've never played this game, trust me, even if you watch the speedrun, nothing will be spoiled. You will have more questions about this game after seeing it. I do as well. But yeah, briefly on the plot, Romeo is there's a Juliet. I know, shocker. But yeah, Romeo has to kill Juliet. Other multiverse Juliets, because Juliet is not Juliet. She is a demon goddess trying to end the world.
Thing?
Yeah, just picture Romeo tries to kill Juliet in a bunch of multiverses. If that's enough for you, all right. So timer will begin after this cutscene. Once it says warning, warning, warning. This cutscene's pretty cool.
This is amazing. I can feel it flowing through me. I'll explain later. Follow that creature. This whole town is in trouble. Use this. You're really gonna feel it now.
So timer starts in 3, 2, 1. So this is just a kind of an introduction to the game. It plays primarily like a hack and slash. This is sort of a tutorial area. Now that we've killed the Moz, we have to fight the White Devil, which is the boss of this area. But unfortunately, it takes a lot of inspiration from Souls games in which you're not supposed to beat the first boss. And this game takes it quite literally. This boss has infinite HP. So the quickest thing to do to progress the game is actually just die. So I'm kind of admiring his, muscles and yeah.
I'm not sure if 2 grabs is good or not.
It's like 2 grabs and another attack, and should be good after that. Romeo,
you're supposed to die, man.
yes.
That's
what we didn't mention, there are a lot of a lot of other video game references in this game as well. So if you can spot them, well, be sure to call out a couple of them. But thank you, Romeo, for dying. And that's the end of the speed run. No.
Time.
Time.
Coming up next is Speedruns from the Crypt.
It's actually very lucky that he didn't teleport to the other side of the arena, but that many grabs was kind of ridiculous.
I am surprised that he's called White Devil because he looked nothing like Jim Carrey and Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls.
That's where I've heard it from. I was like, where have I heard white double before?
That was yeah. I was wondering if anybody in chat would make the reference, but I figured I'd jump in and make it first.
So a tiny little combat section just to kind of get you used to the game. I love having no UI while I'm shooting them. And just to describe the game, if you're wondering why I'm missing, no. To my defense, hear me out. Most melee-based games and most shooter-based games, like let's just say for shooting FPS games, or most melee-based combat games like Dark Souls, right? There is a weight to you. So when you dodge it, the boss cares that you dodge. You know, there is weight to it. Similar to shooting. When you aim towards somebody's head, you know, there's mouse deceleration and acceleration, you know, to kind of match where you're aiming at. This game doesn't have any of that. It feels like I am skating on ice as I am fighting enemies and trying to shoot them as well. There is no weight to it. And I think, Froob, I don't know if you want to add to that, but you know what I mean?
100%. If any of you have played Shadows of the Damned, the aiming is extremely similar, where at first you will feel like, oh, I'm missing. Oh, it's not going the way that I want it to. Yeah, that's a Suda game.
Anyway.
So, I have to jump in real quick. I'm crying laughing right now because our producer Richard at the top of the game put warning, this game contains flashing imagery and everything else in a Suda 51 game.
Oh. We can also try and like surmise the plot, but like literally it's going at like 100 miles an hour, even if you were to watch all the cutscenes right now. It's basically what the summation of what Avu said earlier of just he's going after all these Juliets to try and find his Juliet. If you're thinking, you know, this really sounds like, you know, Suda looked at the Marvel verse, said, oh, I want to make that, and then decided to have, you know, that combined with literal Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Who's that? Shakespeare?
There's always something infinitely mean about other people's tragedies.
You also get these like really cool, like thematic quotes in between like every level as well, from some dude who isn't even in the game.
So because this is the speedrun, we're going to be running by most things. We don't have kind of what our optimal gear is yet for the speedrun. We'll explain that when we get there. But obviously, a lot of tutorials, those are pretty much just auto saves. And similar to a bonfire or a grace in the Souls game, if you rest, it replenishes all your resources, but also respawns all the enemies in the area.
Oh, that's a bonfire, all right.
Yep. So enemies with usually a giant circle on some part of them are elite enemies or bosses. They're very annoying. Zombies are not annoying. We're just going to shoot these just to get a couple of points for the future, for future upgrades. Very important. There's so much to talk about this game conceptually.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited once we get to each bit to explain them.
Yeah, the little things on the ground are also your Emerald Fluorescent, which we'll be using for upgrades as well. It's interesting. Just wait till you see the upgrade system. The things in the sky are obviously spawning in the enemies. You can break the spawners as they're spawning in, but it will still kind of spawn them.
Yeah, some don't spawn, some spawn. Very weird concept. It makes you believe that destroying them before they spawn doesn't have the enemies spawn, but sometimes they spawn.
Yeah.
Spawns, and then there are too many spawns.
Yeah, there's definitely some that will keep spawning until we like take them out, which is why for most of it we will just take them out first.
You see this giant key? That means it's a boss. However, for every boss, you gotta craft the key in something called subspace. Now, subspace is very similar to Persona 3, Persona 5. You know, you go into the dream, you go into whatever X world, you do a puzzle, and it affects the real world. In this game, we call it subspace. The subspaces, as the game gets further along, become extremely convoluted, similar to Zelda, Legend of Zelda dungeons. I think each subspace can get stuck in there for multiples of hours for each part of the game. Luckily for us, we kind of know what the main route is, despite the whole subspace being a maze. And each level should probably take about 10-15 minutes, all the dungeons.
Yeah, the Emerald Fluorescent on the floor is supposed to like kind of show you where you're supposed to go, but when you have subspaces that are like big and open and just have the Emerald Fluorescent everywhere, it's just kind of like, okay. There are some pointing guides. You will see a Juliet with a bag over her head pointing in the right direction later on. Oh, and also really frustrating about this game, as you saw there, if Grandpa is ever talking and won't ever shut up, you can't use the TV or the boss gate or anything.
These are some interesting sentences you're saying.
Similarly, if there's an enemy within 3 to 5 feet of you, you cannot also interact with the gate, which becomes very annoying because we're trying to speedrun as well. So.
Yep. Also, chat, you will enjoy, because this is a tutorial bit, that's the Bloody Summer, I think it's called, which, if you see on the top left, there's that square that says 0 now. When it hits 1, we can basically just use that really super cool move. There's a version with your gun. It changes depending on what weapon you're using, what gun you're using. It's really good. It also heals you, which is actually kind of nice, because this game does get quite hard at the end of the run as well. The only thing I will say right now is birds.
Birds. But anyway, we're coming on to the first boss of the game. Formally, it's Juliet. It's a kind of Juliet, but its formal name is Every Day is Like Monday. And I'd say to that, true.
Yeah.
That is the boss name, by the way. Every boss has an incredibly convoluted name.
I hope you like Every Day is Like Monday, because you will see Monday a lot.
Every day is like Monday, isn't it?
Yeah, start of the week. So, unsurprisingly, nice little weak spot in the leg. You can see that it does a metric ton of damage by breaking that. Arvu is doing this combo in this specific spot because there is another weak spot on the back of this leg. It just keeps the boss down as long as possible so it doesn't, do that.
Oh, I love Fire Giant from Elden Ring.
It really is. Nice. Don't ask about the design of the boss. It's headless because there's a theme in this game where every boss seems to rip their head off. It's a Suda game.
One does.
How else would you transform into a demonic monstrosity if not tearing off your own head?
And as is typical with a Suda game, he likes his wrestling stuff.
I mean, if Godric the Grafted can rip off his own arm and use it to spray fire at you, what's to stop this guy from ripping off his own head, I guess?
That was a really cool scene from Elden Ring. But yeah, that's kind of the basis of how the game cycle is going to go. There's a lot of mini games. I actually joked with Froob that this is the ultimate speedrun because there are so many different games that you have to be good at and smaller mechanics that you have to be good at to speedrun this, which it's kind of a meme, but it's not.
It really isn't. Like, you will literally see, to level up, it's a mini game. To get to new levels, it's a mini game. One that you might recognize if you're old, like us.
To get power-ups, you gotta cook. Yeah. You gotta actually cook because you can burn the food. Oh.
Yeah. You get graded on how well you cook it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember there was an interview with Suda about how they made these games and how they do stuff at Grasshopper. And instead of, taking ideas from a business meeting and like cutting them down, they just throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. And I kind of respect that a lot.
I kind of think everything that they threw at the wall stuck and they put it all into one video game.
They covered the wall in glue before they threw things at it, clearly.
Despite what we're saying, though, this is like probably one of Suda's most accessible games. Like,
this is a very, very good game. I don't understand what's going on. I don't really need to. I'm enjoying the ride.
2D now.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, this is looking like really early Suda.
It is also a stereotypical Suda game in that not only are there references to, modern pop culture, there are references to Suda's other games because this is a kill the past game. So you'll see direct references to stuff like the Silver Case. There's some references to No More Heroes in here, like the usual.
Yeah, I'm only really familiar. So I've heard of like other Suda games, but the only one I've ever really seen and actually gotten a little bit familiar with is Lollipop Chainsaw. I've never really experienced any of the other Suda games. So
is Lollipop Chainsaw a Suda chain? I'm not surprised that it is.
Speedrun is
But
really good.
It's James Gunn X Suda, which is as wild as it sounds. It genuinely has a really good speedrun.
So here we're introduced to a mechanic that we don't really use in the run, but it's your spell slot. They're called bastards. So, we'll just call them spells for the sake of language. But occasionally you will hear the UI say, "The bastard is now ready." In the background. So.
Yes, I was growing zombies.
I was about to ask, are you growing zombies? But then
Yes, and they are our spells, and they're called bastards. And you get to name your bastard as well. Dane, what name are you thinking of?
Harry.
Well, it's Orlando. Unfortunate.
Okay, well, I tried.
He loves studying. There he goes.
Those affixes have nothing to do with the ability. We just have Harry who loves to study, by the way.
Just flavor text.
Flavor text.
It's kind of to like, get you a bit more, used to your bastards and be able to like pick them out and be like, oh yeah, I like this guy. He likes studying. Yeah, no, you confuse them together. You can just get rid of them. You just tell them to go away.
Anyway, between each section, we're just going to have a brief dialogue of saying, hey, we got to go here next. But here, I think this is where they start introducing, here are the main villains for the game. I know if you saw that for the half second that was on the text, they introduced us to 4 bosses. 3 of Juliet's suppliers / sponsors, and then Juliet as well, obviously.
We now have to do a literal fetch quest that the game also starts to poke fun at because nobody wants to take responsibility and sign this form. So Romeo has to go and make everybody sign this form. Green River is Mudari from previous Suda games as well. Shirayuki here is from, I believe, Shiryabu even is from Silver Case, which is fun because they're a shop and we'll use them later and the UI goes completely like Silver Case. Plus, Pink is the nurse who has a literal visual novel of 100 questions, and if you get one wrong, the entire thing resets. Good luck.
Still easier than dating, I think. So. But yeah, that is its own accomplishment. You could become Romeo as a married man if you answer 100 questions correctly. As Roop said, if you get any of them wrong, you start from the very beginning. They're not questions like what year was World War I or World War II. It's 100 emotional questions that you get asked on a date. So anyway, we're up to the first location. We're trying to stop Christian Phantasm, who canonically, I believe, is a U.S. Confederacy supporter. So,
yes.
We're going to wipe him out. If you listen to the dialogue, we're going to skip a lot of his dialogue. He's not a good person. Anyway.
Welcome to this.
How to get to the next level? Oh, I'm so bad. Please don't judge me, chat.
Pong.
Oh, wow. I'm honestly the best Pong player this world has seen.
I really like mouse and keyboard for Pong because obviously you have WASD for it, but if you do it on a controller, it's literally on one stick. And it's really frustrating because it's really sensitive.
So yeah.
Also in these bits, when you're traveling to Dimensional Seer, you can get items floating in space like chicken.
Like,
I got spinach.
Okay. Spinach. Okay.
You use it in your curry. It's fine.
True. You ever had spinach curry? Come on.
Yeah, but
Space spinach curry, then.
Yeah, the first real level of the game, very big reference to Dead Rising, Dawn of the Dead, a lot of those games. And I'll kind of explain the path as we go down. Like I said, the interaction between the real world and subspace is very apparent. It's relatively straightforward for them all. But as the levels go on, they will get extremely convoluted.
Well, so you have to go to your bike to go to levels, but this is the only time you have to do it.
Hey,
which is kind of
they want you to know that the bike is on the ship. They want you to know. So, Fruit, can you kind of explain the objectives of this section while I...
Yeah. So basically, there's no power, and there are these generators. So what Avu is doing is basically get rid of most of the enemies in front of the generator. There's unfortunately a spawner that can appear behind it and also summon zombies. But after a while, Avu's going to try and just hit the generator whilst there are enemies around, and should be able to do it. You might get hit once or twice, which you can see in the top left. They do a fair amount of damage for basic zombies. But essentially, Avu's going to have to go around and find all these generators. And when we find enough generators, it's going to open up into subspaces. This is, again, as we said earlier, your kind of checkpoint heal area, which is a reference to like a 1980s visual novel.
Oh,
Cool.
Okay.
oh.
You're powering up a generator, so we're playing Dead by Daylight. I see. Got it.
Yes. So we're going to get two different weapons here. We're going to get our melee weapon for the game, which is the Arcadia, which is kind of a spear and shield. And then we're going to get our gun of the game, the shotgun. Now, the Arcadia, it's all right. It's one of those, it probably feels the best. But the shotgun in this game is absolutely, unarguably the best weapon in this game.
Yeah. It's used in any percent. It's used in New Game Plus. It's just fantastic.
I feel like on average, the shotgun is the speedrun weapon in, I'll say 70% of speed games.
I'm sure you've had
Shotgun or sniper rifle.
time on Crosshair. So Avu's using his magic spell here to distract this guy who is called Flab.
See, you waited for that name to come up. I didn't remember it either. Guy died somehow.
This is the first room or not, but you'll see in a second there are also zombies that know how to use guns. Like a certain other game you'll see tonight after this.
I think this game's a little bit more forgiving on the zombies with guns than the other one. We're going to take the specific line here so we don't get hit by it, because this is clearly a bait, so we got to wait until this dude charges past. Otherwise we get hit and knocked off. It's kind of slow. We're going to pick up this key that we're going to use later in the level. And you'll kind of see a lot of that in the speedrun. It's very similar to Chekhov's gun. You know, I'm going to pick up something at the very beginning of the level, and you're just thinking, why did he pick that up? And at the end of the level, oh. So
the fun fact about this generator is that you can just power it up before most of the enemies get to you.
It's a bit of RNG here because the television spawns right there, and sometimes if the zombies are turboing, it kind of interact with the TV. But we might get lucky here if Romeo behaves. Unfortunate. So you'll see a lot of this micro. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, most of the keys you'll find in this overworld, and then you can only use them in subspace, as you'll see coming
pretty
up
much.
here.
An item you pick up in subspace can be used in the real world. Whatever you unlock in the subspace gets unlocked in the real world. All that good jazz. Yeah, most of the micro RNG in this game, it comes down to how many enemies aggro to you when you actually have to interact with something. And unfortunately, at the beginning of the game, it's just, you know, common mobs. So it's not the worst thing, but later towards the end of the game, you're going to have elites and sub bosses that can kind of aggro to you as well. And that's where it gets a little bit rough, but I've dealt with most situations. Not willingly, but I've dealt with most situations.
I don't think we mentioned about the checkpoints as well. They act as fast travel points, which is really nice. I don't think we do that much fast traveling, but we will be doing a checkpoint warp later on.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess you would get stuck anyway. Yeah. Not really that much, unless I drastically forget Hyperopia or something. Ooh.
So there's another generator at the end of this, but Arvo is taking out the annoying enemies, the ones that can actually just follow you and just interrupt you. These are like things that like impair you in some way. They can stop you using your skills. They can stop you from like dodging, which is annoying.
They're the ones that kind of pursue you. You know, zombies are, as you can tell, extremely fast and coordinated. Yeah, we can take out that shooter there because the shooter could actually just knock you off, and it's kind of annoying. We have a bit of your Uncle Marty dialogue before you could actually interact, so I'm just killing zombies. So yeah, this being the genuine first level of the game, the level is really short. We already collected all the key parts, so now we got to take the shortest path back to the main hall. Like most of the levels in this game, there are a lot of shortcuts you can take that open a lot of optional areas that give you a lot of different equipment, a lot of badges you can equip, that offer different power upgrades. This personally is my second least favorite section of the game because I am bad at platformers. Thus, I don't speedrun platformers because I can't conceptually time the jump for most of these.
I swear the jump comes out half a second after you press it. I think there is a slight delay.
Yeah.
Elden Ring.
We're gonna pick up some mats for a quick upgrade. We need 5 of these for the run. There are 3 right here, so it's actually rather convenient.
Oh yeah, that seed is what you can plant back on the ship. There's like 3 different, like, the variety of levels of them, but again, as Avi said earlier, there's a reason why we're not actually engaging with that, which is kind of a shame because there's like some really unique ones you can get.
Yeah, it's all RNG though, which I'm kind of thankful that, you know, you just don't farm an epic, and if you don't get a good epic, you lose the run. There is an epic spell that actually puts a weak spot on an enemy for you. So when you use it on a boss, guess what? That boss just has a weak spot now. It's really nice.
Works on bosses that don't come with weak spots because there's 1 or 2 of those, unfortunately.
Cool concept, but thankfully not in a speedrun where your spells are RNG.
Oh yeah, psychedelic flashing light warning coming up when Avu hits the checkpoint up here.
Yep. We're going to be introduced to the notorious Christian Phantasm. Before that, you know, a 1-minute dialogue talking section where the villain monologues. Good guy says, "Well, I'm gonna stop you." So, I can't.
Level pops up again. There.
Unlike the tutorial, I can't die either this time. So this is a good time, you know. Dane, how are you feeling today, buddy?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm chilling. I'm vibing. I'm watching. I don't really know what I'm watching, but I'm watching something.
Yeah.
You'll be glad to know you still won't know what you're watching by the end of this.
That is probably true. Yeah.
Gotta make sure I reload.
Well, while we're watching this guy swing through us, I guess, through us somewhat. Yeah, folks, if you were not aware, we have the Transgender Day of Visibility, TDOV, coming up this weekend, March 21st and the 22nd. We got a ton of runs that are going to be showcased over the weekend, so type in !TDOV in Twitch chat, and you can learn a little bit more about that. And you can also see the full schedule. You type in !schedule if you want to see either this week's schedule or just anything else that's coming up on Hotfix in the near future. !schedule, or you can go over to gdq.gg/hotfix to check that out.
Did I reload?
What?
I'm just gonna reload again.
You did, yeah.
Did you reload again?
This game has one of those things where even if you have a full clip, you can reload. So I'm just gonna reload again. Oh, got canceled. Just to make sure I'm reloaded, I'm just gonna reload again.
Wait, whatever. Got a question for you, old man. You know a girl named Juliet with long black hair?
I should reload, honestly, before the boss.
I've enjoyed my fill of girls with long black hair over the past century.
You can probably guess from this dialogue, this man's not very nice.
Not very
Some
nice is probably the nicest thing I would say about him.
Yeah.
The thing we get to kill him in about 30 more seconds of this dialogue.
Oh, I can't wait. Let's go.
That's what we say whenever we see this bit.
What is this boss name? It's like the Enhanced Phantasm, the Beloved, something like that, right?
Yeah. The grandpa. Oh, hello, Tomato Head. Where did you come from? I need to reload again.
This is genuinely a horror game.
Discord partially cut that out, but not all the way. So I just heard this really
Look, it's terrifying. Anyway, here's the second boss of the game. Enhanced Phantasm? It's something Phantasm.
the head this time is the boss instead of the body, but
I am so disturbed by what I'm seeing.
This boss is not hard, but it's particularly annoying because once he gets below half HP, he can electrify the first floor, and then we have to go to the second floor. Oh, it is Enhanced Phantasm. So we're kind of preying on a little RNG that he doesn't do a bad attack. Running towards us, which is usually a good sign.
Interesting. It's hard to also describe how hard it is to actually aim the gun at points. There is a third weak spot, but it's under the brain. So Avu's timing his Bloody Summoner at the right time to hopefully keep the boss staggered. That Mango Lassie is an item that we got on the ship that just refills your Bloody Summoner gauge, and then hopefully Avu can take him out before the electrified floor, which this is...
Not it.
But yeah, this is, yeah.
Not the best attack, but not the worst attack, you know?
Also, shout out to Mango
There it
Lassie.
is.
Delicious.
That's how... Nope.
Oh,
I don't know what the lad was doing there.
staggered out of it?
Well, that's what it was. That what it was?
I think it was. Good fight anyway.
You didn't electrify the floor. We take that. No, minus 30 seconds because you had to run.
He also has very long dialogue here, which thankfully Suda was like, nah, you can skip that by, you know, gore warning. Exclamation mark?
He's explaining his justifications of killing people. So, which is actually really funny. He just says it was the summer of 1862, and then Romeo just says, you talk too much.
Should also mention, everything takes place in the same city because it's something with Juliet exploded like space-time in this one place in America.
Ah, yes.
It's just all in like the same place, just different time periods, hence why this was like AD 1980 something.
When malls actually existed.
And that one city is Silent Hill, right?
Oh, speaking of Silent Hill.
Oh no! What did I just unlock?
Welcome to the next universe. No, I'm just kidding. Or no, it's not the next level. But yeah, it's multiverse is probably the easiest way to describe it, and thank God Marvel had their whole multiverse thing. Otherwise, you know, multiverse would be extremely hard to describe if Marvel didn't, you know, popularize that concept.
Thankfully, this isn't the dialogue where Avu has to pay attention and not hit the wrong option.
I've hit this wrong option plenty of times.
As I love Rakugo, but like we don't got time for that. Oh, game's over. GG.
GG's. Oh, these are made in episodes, different stabs. Yeah, this game only has 2 bosses, by the way. What a fun game.
Oh, you came in 2.5 hours under estimate. That's impressive.
Whoa, that might be a new world record by 2 hours, 2.5 hours, actually.
How is New Game Plus 2 hours when this is just 30 minutes? Damn.
Cheaters, the lot of them. I don't know. I haven't fully explored like 100%. I think I got like 90% of the gear on my like casual file, but I haven't theory crafted anything. So maybe they fly through the level or something. I don't know.
Mm. Oh yeah, the end of every single episode kind of goes back to this diner you see here, Juliet, the actual Juliet with Romeo, and like this is how you see their relationship build over the course of the game, as well as like, you know, get little hints as who Juliet is and also not.
You don't get to see a lot of Juliet in the speedrun, but very good. I think the voice actress did a very good job for Juliet.
Yes.
Now Romeo is a naked man.
Oh.
And more about the blood.
Whoa.
We're starting to lean a little bit, I'm noticing.
Yeah, my monitor is falling off my desk. That's kind of why it's happening.
Okay.
I fixed it.
You might want to get that back straight.
No, I fixed it. We're good. We're good.
Oh, yeah?
We're good.
Okay,
I fixed
cool.
it.
Cool. Got it.
I had a cosplay like this once.
Oh yeah, if you haven't guessed, the flowers are representing the kind of chapter names, title
I
cards.
like persons better than principles, and I like persons.
I still don't understand why I have a fortune cookie reader between every chapter.
I don't either. I think the narrator is supposed to be like a famous like actor or something that they just managed to get, and that's just that's what they did.
It sounds like
Just gave him some weird.
I thought it was like Harrison Ford if he was just tired and woken up at 4 a.m. by Suda51. Said, hey, can you read these quotes for me?
Oh, yeah, we have to follow the cat, who is definitely a cat and not someone wearing a cat outfit.
Before we do, we're gonna do a little bit of shopping from Agent 51.
Romeo.
We're gonna buy a badge called the Shotgun Sharon, which, if it wasn't obvious from the name, increases your shotgun damage, which is very
47.
important for this next little side bit we're gonna do for the speed run. We're gonna put the Shotgun Sharon. These. It does this on keyboard and mouse sometimes. It just menu just says nah. You're good. Anyway, now that we've done the first 2 levels, we're gonna do the next level, which is called training. That is what is actually called. The protagonists assume that even though you've cleared 2 Juliets and another mob, you don't know how to fight, so we're entering a training level.
Yeah, I think this guy is from another one of Suda's games. I think he's from Flower, Sun, Rain. I might be wrong on that one.
Our Sun Rain sounds like the sister band of Earth, Wind, Fire.
Also mandatory walking segment. Not actually, it is the first, and it's not the last.
Do you remember 21st night of September?
This path looks pretty sketchy. This game as a whole looks pretty sketchy.
It's genuinely hard to describe how actually good fun this game is. It really is.
Oh, it looks like a blast. It just looks like chaos.
It's a Suda game.
It's a Suda game, yeah. It's hard to describe it any other way.
I believe this is like a Yakuza reference, right? Where they close up on in the face and do a dialogue.
If only we had someone who is an expert on Yakuza games in the call with us right now, and we could make that.
Dane, you run Yakuza games?
I've never even played
Richard.
a Yakuza game.
Richard, you run Yakuza games? Fun fact, guys, if you didn't know, Yakuza 1 through 4 was actually based on Richard's life growing up in Japan. They had to tone it down because the actual life was much too gruesome and gory.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is a training section. We're going to get a boss that, frankly, we're going to see quite a few times in the game. It's a giant skeleton. Yeah.
He's called something like the Executioner or something. Which
Yeah, there's like an executioner, and I think there's one that's called just. I don't know if it's called.
question mark?
They're like 2 variations. They're the.
They called them the Punisher. WWE might want to be striking some copyright on.
I think it is the Punisher, right? Yeah.
Really, that's funny.
Yeah. We won't see that variant until later, and then the 2 of them at once turn up. So okay, cool. I love the slide skate.
Yeah, it looks like you're moonwalking when you do that.
Giant, first the test. I'm gonna smash you to bits.
This is one of those enemies that you can kind of tell where like the enemies literally do not care, and there's like no waiting on any of your shots.
If only they had really, really obvious weak points that you could target.
Yeah, I know.
This guy's weak spots are annoying to hit, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, like I said, there is 0 waiting, dude. Like you're tracking in this game. You are just free scrolling. You are MS painting. Oh,
That's fantastic.
Oh no.
fat finger the button. Do not fat finger the button. Anyway, that's the Punisher. Let me out.
He has a couple of moves. He has like a big AoE that you have to jump. Like there's going to be a couple of bosses later that are just... We get a little bit bullet hell-like.
Well, this show does feature shmups and bullet hells, so you're in the right place.
Did they ever officially change that? You know how people were complaining it was called bullet hell, and some people wanted it called bullet heaven or something?
Well,
Isn't that a
bullet
thing
hell and bullet heaven are a little bit different. Bullet hell, you have to avoid all the bullets. In a bullet heaven, you create all the bullets.
Oh.
Yeah,
Cool. That makes sense.
He's so smart and handsome and knowledgeable. Oh my goodness.
Hey, it's not my fault I had the most handsome speedrunner Avukamo on my show this evening, except I totally booked you, so.
You know, Dan, my dance card still has a spot in the evening for you.
I'm all danced out.
I'm feeling like a third wheel here. You want to go and grab some lunch?
Anyway, before we go on to the story, this is a very annoying section. We're gonna have to. You can refight the bosses through training, and we actually have to beat. Every day is like a Monday twice, one easy, one hard. You're not supposed to fight the hard version yet, but it has a badge that is really, really good. The speedrun. You could also bet if you're gonna make it under the time limit credits, but doesn't really make a difference for the speedrun. Kind of. Yeah, every day is like a Monday. Solid metaphor to, you know, no matter how long your weekend is, it's always a Monday eventually.
Didn't we fight this guy already?
Yeah, every day's like a Monday, man.
So we have to fight this guy every Monday?
Yeah. Every day's, and you know what they say? Every day is like a Monday.
So as you can probably tell, even though Davu's got the stronger shotgun badge on, every day is like Monday has more HP.
This is the easy version of what we have to fight.
Imagine after you light the flame and you go through crumbling Faro Missoula, you have to go back to the mountaintop of the giants and climb even higher up the mountain and fight the fire giant again.
I'm fairly certain I've seen a mod for Elden Ring that has like 3 fire giants at the same time. I've seen one that has 5 millennials at the same time.
I've seen that too.
I disagree with that, but
at least
the first time trial isn't that bad. It's the second one that's harder, and you get even less time. Pretty much the concept is that if the fire giant does a roll, it gets hard. If the fire giant does 2 rolls, you're probably just not making the damage cut off purely because of meant to be fought later. But we do need this badge. In an ideal speedrun, doing both of these bosses would take you about 4 or 5 minutes, assuming you don't have to retry this. I've had plenty of attempts where I've had to retry this purely based on the fire giant's attack. I keep saying fire giant. The Monday's attack.
I'm just using the auto cannon skill, which is doing good work actually, despite it being like a level 1 skill because it's the very basic one. When you cultivate your skills, you can actually like level them up quite a ridiculous amount, which like gets them more damage, lowers the time to recharge. Obviously, you know, has stronger effects. Blah blah blah. You know the drill. You can also fuse them together.
Are we sure this isn't fire giant? Because he rolls away like the fire giant does.
Pretty good attack.
Just being very careful of the fire. One thing, like obviously the time limit we mentioned is quite tight for this version, but also the damage, as you can see, that was just from 1 attack.
Oh, I'm almost dead. You're right. Then look at my HP.
Yeah, I don't think we mentioned, we do have quotation marks healing items. They're like health capsules. You can get them back at the checkpoints. There are going to be ways to get more of them, but they're in our upgrade tree. So it's kind of a, do you want to get more of them at the cost of, you know, not getting like a attack upgrade? You'll see when we do the mini game to level up.
That was kind of close, 7 seconds. Oh, or I had to redo that.
I think that was pretty good for a 2-roller.
Yeah, that was actually phenomenal for a 2-roll. I almost died though. Thank you for reminding me about my HP. But anyway, we got a new badge called Ghost-orama. If we have no bastards equipped, our attack power actually goes up by 50%. So say goodbye to likes to dance Harry. Orlando, sorry. You wanted to name him Harry. That's my bad. Now back to the rest of the game. Ooh.
Romeo, hey.
Midori likes kind of leading you around before she actually gives you the signature. I don't know how she gives you a signature for a PC for the suit again.
Only time in the game we also have to go to sleep between levels further. The next level is a City Hall, which I don't know if it's like a reference to a game, but it's a City Hall. I think is probably one of the most convoluted levels of the game because it's got a lot of floors. Therefore, the subspace has a lot of floors and a lot of blocked entrances.
Only the shallow know
It
themselves.
takes casually, I would say, like maybe a couple of hours to explore all of City Hall.
I think I got lost for like an hour in subspace trying to find the last bit when I did this casually. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it is actually just a Zelda dungeon. If you, it's just it's really bad. You don't know what you're doing. So yeah, so our next boss is actually we spotted a Juliet, and now we actually have to go to City Hall, fight said Juliet. First, demonstration from the world's best Pong player. Anyway, lag. Please. Okay.
From the Pong. Yes, it's as frustrating as it looks, and yes, it is RNG on like which direction the ball is actually going at first.
There's a reason I don't speedrun Pong, guys. Let's be honest. Why was my ship? Did you see my ship just boost in place for a second?
Yep.
Put some food.
I go forward.
What are we gonna get? Oh man, there's no. Ooh. Yo, we got fennel. Let's go.
Nice.
Excellent.
Shout out to the fennel. Great vegetable.
Isn't that an herb? Or isn't it? Is it some vegetable?
Well, the leaves of the fennel are an herb, but you can chop up the bulb and eat it as a vegetable.
Oh. So knowledgeable about its vegetables.
I am a cook in my spare time, so.
A chef. What year is it? 2000? Oh, 68.
Unironically, yes. Like,
Yeah.
I was like not wrong, even though you saw 1968. You'll understand in about an hour and a half.
Yeah, actually, that's 2000, right? Yeah. So that's our fourth, fifth century. We'll just pick up an extra one just in case. Anyway, these zombies have an aura around them because every different color, if they hit you, has a chance of inflicting said aura. Purple gives you the purple debuff, which I'm not sure what it is actually.
Not
Poison?
or is that the?
I don't know. They don't have a poison one. Do they have a poison one in this game?
I think they have something that like drops your HP, but it's not poison per se. Should know.
Well, you know, when you don't get hit in the speed run, you know, you just don't know the debuffs.
Yeah.
There is one annoying one that I'll always remember, and I'm sure you remember it too. It's the yellow debuff, which is you catch a cold.
Yeah.
Catching a cold makes you stop in place and sneeze every 4 or 5 seconds. It's very annoying, especially when there's an army around you. Very bad.
Every horror game needs something to trip you up.
Zombies. Sorry, that was scary.
There's a new special infected type that ran past. Don't worry about it. You'll see it more later. So, as I said earlier, this is your start your maze. We went up to the second floor on this side for the civil engineering department key, and the civil engineering department is across the way.
Don't pet the dog.
And if that guy stays behind, nice. So what happened to the subspace for City Hall? I think you jump in here 8 times.
City Hall is like a location. I don't think I've ever been in real life. Have either of you been in like a City Hall?
We have. Oh, no, we do. We're boring. We're England.
Oh wait, I know what Dane's been in there for actually.
Yeah, I had to go there to get married, and also jury duty.
What about your?
The same as the mythical DMV I keep hearing you'll complain about.
No.
Oh boy, our speedrun of Romeo's Dead Man is turning into teaching Froob about the United States municipality buildings.
The Department of Motor Vehicles is a very different building. My good friend Froob. Anyway, for this bit, we're gonna shoot this particular portal once and then cast a Bloody Summer. Hopefully there are no enemies. We want to catch everyone in this. Just interact with the TV right away here. Oh,
Hi, lady.
well, this is awkward. I don't think she's gonna let me interact with the TV. This lady's also too close.
City Hall can have a DMV in it. Oh.
Wait, really? It's like an awful place.
Depends. Some states the DMV is called the State Secretary of State Office. It just kind of depends on where you are. Yeah, it's a little confusing when I move states. It threw me off a bit. It's a thing. you just gotta live here and experience it to know what the heck it is.
Yeah. Anyway, those are oscillations. We're gonna have to do several of these, many of these throughout the runs. It's kind of an RNG, find the right frequency kind of thing. It's very annoying.
If you know the way to go, like, it'll always be like up or down or left and right or sometimes both, and you can kind of look at it and suss it out, but the game does a terrible job of telling you what you're supposed to do. It doesn't tell you to make the orb, like, smooth. It's just, hey, press the button. All right.
Together a key item here. We're gonna wait for the uncle to stop talking because we're actually going to do an autosave manip here shortly in the future. So wherever we die, it will take you to the last autosave. So if I had not made this and I had died, I would be taken in front of City Hall for the level it started. So obviously, for the speedrun, you would kind of just skip, especially the last level. You'll see why. You'd skip a lot of autosaves, but just to be friendly, the marathon timing, we will, the run time, we will be autosave, getting some autosaves, particularly in the final level. I should have 5 centuries by now, right? Surely?
Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah, I don't normally get the free that you get down the corridor way, so by this point I have 4, so you definitely have all 5 at this point.
Yeah, I normally don't collect it, but Death Parabellum Changeling is incredibly annoying. So I just decided to route that in. I figure whatever time you lose, you save it fighting Death Parabellum Changeling. Not a good time.
Well, also, I don't know if they fixed it in a patch for this game. The bottom parts of all these subspaces on PC lag like mad because of the water or something.
A bottle of water.
Do not.
I love the fact that chat is now discussing the different ways that the DMV office is labeled in different states. Normally, chat argues about whether or not a hot dog is a taco or whether a loaf of bread is a bread sandwich. But this, we can talk about this too.
Can be.
I did see that. It was for Femme Fatales, wasn't it? Is a hot dog a taco? Remember that. Oh, I'm sick.
You, bro.
Oh no!
No!
Oh no.
I want to be sick. Romeo, please.
So, yeah, if you look in the top left, you can see the kind of timer for the
I
stick.
sneezed. Romeo, stop
Romeo's a sick
sneezing.
man.
Oh yeah, the really cool thing about the executioner is that he rips his arm off and throws it at you and then explodes.
Romeo!
These enemies are genuinely quite cool.
Romeo, stop sneezing!
You are supposed to dodge if you're not sneezing. You have to like jump it. I think you can dodge it, but it's like a really tight frame window. And yes, he is making the rock shaka sign as he's walking towards you.
I want to kill the enemy, particularly right here, because there are enemies outside, and you guys have heard that we're unable to interact with items, and I got screwed by the camera angle there. I don't know what happened. Did you see that?
I think the enemy running may have actually messed it up.
That is so funny.
The other one is here.
Okay, hold up. Now, this is a little bit dangerous.
See, this is why I love to tune in to watch
that's the show
Avakamu
moment,
streams, because he will have these outrageous outbursts like this, and they're really good.
Old.
You're wondering why the dog is on fire? It got buffed by that thing.
Get him!
It's just a
So
skill.
good.
So yeah, Avu is going to be doing this a couple of times where if you just lead the enemy away, you can get back in the TV. It's actually better than trying to kill all of them.
Kind of low on
Trying
age.
not to hit a checkpoint so that Avu can do a death warp.
Yeah. This is not ideal.
This is the worst orb because you cannot see the orb.
Orb.
I'm gonna kind of pick up these healing things while we're going. Oh yeah, this was the Juliet bag. Oh, that was.
She just peaced out.
The best part is she's only really like partially pointing to one correct direction. There's like 3 correct directions you can go in this bit.
Yeah.
Do you think it's nice that they color code all these bits for the different like types of areas? No.
Yeah, it really doesn't help because you see someone pick up an item on red and then you're just like, they were at red. How am I supposed to get to red? And then you realize, they went through neon pink, blue into red. But yeah, I picked up a key earlier because it actually kind of takes you to some other spot I need to go. Where am I? Look, where am I? To the right direction, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. Like we said earlier, extremely confusing.
Does not help. I am very bad at Minecraft as well, so the graphics do not help me for that level.
Also doesn't help that the level only like spawns in when you get close to it, and like really close.
So this is the last part of the key we need. However, before we go fight the boss, we do need to clear these enemies away from that TV.
Double flab.
Break.
Nice.
I was actually really scared. I thought that zombie leaping would have prevented it, in all honesty.
Yeah. Yeah, same. Yeah.
Before we go fight the boss, we're gonna have to go out of our way for another optional badge, which is really good, called Hyperopia. It reduces your melee damage. However, it increases your range damage by 50%. So you guys kind of see where the build is leading up to, since the shotgun is so immensely strong. However, we're not gonna be able to see it at this point for this boss. So that's why this boss is probably one of the harder bosses, because this is the last boss you pretty much have to fight extremely underleveled, no weapons gear. Because this boss actually, when you beat it, gives you an extra badge slot to equip. So we're actually unable to equip the badge we pick up. But we go a little out of our ways. These are all fake doors, by the way. Oh. Except for this door. This opens up a hidden area in the real world, and to get there, we're gonna use that autosave.
Oh yeah, The game over screen is really graphic. They apparently had an actual real mannequin that they flamethrowered. Yeah.
Jeez.
Suda.
No, it's really funny. If I had died at some point of the speedrun, I could have just used the excuse of, I would be remiss if I didn't show you the game over screen. But yeah, that's the game over screen. This is the weapon badge, Hyperopia. Range damage increased by 60%. Yes, very, very good. And we got.
Oh yeah, we were also supposed to find these notes that said what the safe code is, but we know what the safe code is.
Thank God this is not RNG. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say. Some things in a speedrun should be RNG. Save combination should not.
Hey!
Oh, stop talking, please. Oh! Stay from accounting.
Damn it, Dave.
We're gonna do a quick upgrade of the shotgun here. Doesn't really help. Kind of does, actually. This boss is got a really sick OST, but it's a very annoying boss considering how weak we are.
Main level up here or not?
We could to be safe, right?
I can't remember where we do the first one. I thought it was here, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, we could. I mean, yeah. This isn't world record pace, or is it? Anyway, here's how you upgrade, by the way.
It's a mini game.
Oh boy.
So if you look at the top, you'll see the Emerald Flowison. That's how far you can go. Cool. Right outside shows you what you can collect. That gets a little bit of ranged attack up and melee attack up and a little bit of health. Which can help with this guy, because as Ivy says, this guy, he's a pain in the backside.
And from what I've described before, if you haven't heard it, if you guys weren't here from the beginning of the run, there is zero weighting to your attacks. So the boss does not care if you dodge an attack right next to him. If he hits you, he hits you.
I'll be more than happy to destroy you.
And since we're coming up on the hour mark, I'm betting right after this boss fight would be a good time to take a break.
Okay.
Also has some of the most frustrating attacks that you can get in terms of we can't do much. This guy is like actually legitimately a Souls boss. Has a bunch of real close range stuff. He also walks like that for a while, and his AI can break, and he just doesn't do anything. Kind of funny.
It's like Beast Clergyman with red hair.
Kinda. I can't remember. Does Beast Clergyman spam giant orbs around the arena that can explode you into hurts?
Or turn into Sonic the Hedgehog?
Not Beast Clergyman, no, but there's a couple other Souls bosses that do.
See, Elden Ring has like, what, 200 bosses? I'm sure there's one in there.
Yeah.
Oh, look. I love this RNG.
You can shoot and stagger him out of it, but the chances of that are exceedingly small that it's just not worth it. Well.
I had to prove him wrong.
Prove him wrong live.
I'd call that the snake bullet. It goes in literal like 90-degree directions, and if it hits its own trail, it like explodes. So
you do not gonna want to get hit by that roar. It disables all your power-ups and badges for a limited time.
Makes it so you can only use the base pistol and sword as well, I believe. Also, here's your orbs. He can hit them, which is nice, but they can hit you. And there's a lot of them.
On top of that, laser beams.
Nice.
That's pretty clean. Yeah, Dan, if you wanted to take a break, this cutscene would be the perfect spot for it.
Cool. Yeah, and perfect timing too, like right at the hour mark. So cool. Yeah, folks, we're gonna take a break because we are big fans of health and wellness here at Games Done Quick, and we like to take a break during these longer runs because we want to give you all a chance to get up and stretch, use the bathroom, do all the things that you got to do. When we come back, we're gonna see a little bit more of Romeo is a Dead Man. We'll be back soon. Welcome back to Crosshair here on the GDQ Hotfix. We are knee-deep in a run of Romeo's a Dead Man with Avu Singmu, who keeps singing in the green room while we're on break. He keeps singing. He won't stop singing. Anyways, Kamu, take it away.
And I keep telling you, Dane, this is how rumors start. Anyway, timer starts in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to this screen. I'm sorry, but your Juliet is in another castle. Who knew that this wasn't the end of the game? The break didn't tell you that. So, we just beat the boss. We'll get a new badge slot that we'll able to equip Hyperopia, which is a bad that decreases our melee damage, but increases our range damage. We'll actually be using that for, we'll only be equipping that for the boss, the next level, as we do have to melee quite a bit of enemies to get there. But we've referenced a lot of games until this point, you know, a lot of cool references. But as a horror speedrunner, my personal favorite reference to a game is next. I hope you guys enjoy it as well. If you are squeamishly terrified, you know, it's a horror level.
I'm ready.
Mash.
Not Mash. No, not right now.
Nice.
Which is actually funny. There are 3 parts to the story, and you have the opportunity to not stop listening at any point. And one of my attempts, I forgot, and I kept just spamming that I listened to the whole story and lost 2 minutes. It was very tilting.
GG's.
GG's. Good thing we took a break 30 seconds before time. So although this is the speed run, at this point you're maybe 10 hours deep into the game. And I cannot stress this enough. There's a lot going on in this game. This game is a wonderfully fantastic game. It's just so good. It's not like any other game you played before. Well, if you played other Suda 51 games, probably similar. But Froob, I think Froob said earlier, but like this is probably one of the better ones.
Yeah, it's like definitely the most accessible, not necessarily to understand what's going on, but in terms of like the gameplay stuff, like there's a lot of depth to this one. Like every single weapon has its use case. All of them have different combos, all of them have different, you know, bloody summers and stuff, and you of course have different bloody summers with your actual guns as well. Like there's just a lot of depth to this game that a lot of Suda games don't necessarily have, at least more of the more recent ones.
Did not know Lollipop Chainsaw was a pseudo game, but it makes sense that it is.
Really? Oh, yeah. That was the whole selling point for people when they were telling me about it. It was like, oh, it's from the same people that made Lollipop Chainsaw. And I was like, whoa. So it's going to be chaotic and irrational and nothing's going to make any sense.
Yeah, but Lollipop Chainsaw also had James Gunn. So you had that nice little side aspect to it. And of course, being, you know, partnered with Warner Brothers, all the really cool music. The DMCA's you every time you do a speedrun. Trust me.
Oh. I remember earlier when my good friend Avukamo said he was the greatest Pong player in the world.
We're just getting the perfect RNG to get it in one shot, that's all.
This is probably the worst RNG. The easiest one, but the longest one.
Registered.
Oh, we forgot to mention, similar to most other Japanese RPG games, you can enter actually just a lot of dungeon crawlers. That these are Alice Athenes, but you shall not see them, any of these, in the speed. A lot of cool badges, can get XP, cool equipment and whatnot. A lot of cool bosses too. However, you try to go fast. So now, Romeo is a evil resident man. Hill, which is silent man. Hill, which is silent man.
I thought he was within evil.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There is evil. Sorry. There is with. He has within evil. Yes, for sure. Dane, why don't you ever get evil within on Crosshairs?
So pulling the curtain back a little bit, we actually almost had the evil within on Crosshair at one point. Ooh. So there you go.
Oh,
get the evil within 2. I heard that game has a lot of cool skips.
I know of a guy who runs the Evil Within 2. It's actually how I first heard about him. So
sounds like well, sounds like what the alternate of what the synonym of what we call spells in this game. So
Yeah.
for Chad who doesn't know, I also run Evil Within. Predominantly horror and moonwalking.
Oh, we're talking about Richard again.
No. He's the Yakuza dude. Come on.
Ah, right.
Pay attention.
and Froob, of course, runs Ori and the Blind Forest.
Hello.
So
Sure, why not?
May I help
Yeah.
you?
I'm only gonna watch this cutscene because this is my favorite cutscene in the game, and people have asked me why. And I just said I like the aesthetic. It kind of settles you in to this level.
Dr. Hill,
Dr. Hill.
you have an appointment?
Is he silent?
Doctor, yes.
Really? Is something wrong?
Anyway,
Yes.
there are two parts to Anyway, there are two parts to the asylum. I just call them Asylum 1 and 2, but this is the more immersive horror. The first part is more immersive horror. A lot of tributes to the Resident Evil and Silent Hill franchises, survival horror franchises in general. You're gonna notice that we can't actually fight in here as well. A lot of it is puzzles and making sure enemies don't see us, because we will instantly die if they do see us.
Yeah, it's quite long, but there are some kind of nice skips to this if I can get the right timing, which they will do.
Oh, now I'm not good. Just because you said that. No, I don't wanna. No, but you guys can see the camera angle change and the running speed change as well. Kind of a very, very solid tribute of survival horror games on why nobody just sprints in a survival horror game. So yeah, there are 5 loops. We have to do kind of a different puzzle, do a different interaction. If you don't do the interaction, it restarts you at the beginning of that loop. That was loop number 1. There's nothing to do. This is loop number 2. We have to interact with a very specific washing machine. For those of you that don't know what a washing machine is, it is a machine that washes your clothes.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Cockroaches.
Oh. Maybe they were spinning the drum. Like a hamster.
So when you finally routed this whole level out, did you like finish routing it and then sit back and say, I understood the asylum?
This, unironically, this was probably the longest routing in it because of a lot of
believe it.
detection. No, because there's a lot of detection-based sections. You want to figure out a route where the enemy doesn't have to. You don't have to wait for the patrol to walk by. You know, stuff like that. You want to always be running, and I'll be happy to share that we did find something that actually works out perfectly for what it is.
Oh, is this loop the loop, by the way?
This is not. Oh yes.
Huh?
Should we warn them? Should we? Yeah, I know what you.
No.
Should we warn them?
Waiting is gonna make
Should. If you're of the faint of heart, prepare.
Okay, I'm gonna be nice. There's a jump scare on this level. I'll give you guys a countdown. It won't be a 3, 2, 1, but you know, I'll give you a fair countdown. Anyway, there are 2 tapes on this level we have to interact because they make our screen Slender Man, the arrival. That's our first tape. After the second tape, we will be getting the jump scare. Like I said, I will be warning you guys. Because the first time I played this, I jumped out of my chair and I had to get a new chair, consequently, because of it.
I didn't jump when I played it casually, but when I speed ran this, I did because I forgot which loop it was.
There is a big asterisk in my notes for this game. Jump scare. All in caps for this level. Damn, I can't see the screen. Anyway, we're gonna talk to this phantasm here. Something about the doctor's an evil person, you know, we're just kind of relieving them of their peace. Jump scare. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god.
It is actually a pretty good jump scare.
It is a pretty good jump scare. But
It reminds me of the one from Fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know the one you're on about.
Yeah, the one like right near the beginning.
Yeah.
So this is loop 4. We got 2 more loops. This is where they start introducing the enemies before we have some French music and 2 twins that are clearly coloring. There is a point to them. Trust me. I first saw this and I said, huh? But yeah, there is a point to them.
I do.
Things are getting more red.
I do like the fact that
Council lady's mad.
it said Mr. Stargazer, and we've got Romeo. So clearly we're playing Lies of P.
Stargazer, the Liza P, that is his name?
Yep, that's what the bonfires are called in Lies of P.
Oh.
And Romeo's a boss in Lies of P.
Isn't that King of Puppets? The guy who's in the giant mecha suit?
Yeah, spoiler alert if you haven't played Lies of P, I guess, but we've also had Lies of P on Crosshair, so.
Oh, neat.
I'm gonna make a save here in case this goes wrong. But we also don't want to, because you could die in one hit, but you know, you don't want to start at the beginning of the asylum and watch, 7 more loops. So there's gonna be an enemy that's coming towards us to the end of the hallway. If he detects you doing a door, he will run in and grab you. But what we're actually going to do is bait out a grab, hide in a room closest to the exit, and then because after the enemy grabs, he will actually turn around, as opposed to us waiting for him coming down the end of this hallway. After he attacks, he will just turn around like that. Then we could sneak onto the door. We actually have to wait till he's past a certain point because he will just sprint towards us. Right about there. Not only do we have to complete this prompt, we actually have to make it through as well. So yeah,
Also,
we have
in this loop, we're gonna get puzzles.
Oh well, sorry, yeah, that's the next loop, the final loop. You'll have.
What was this one?
Yeah, no, it's the next one. There's going to be an enemy on each floor that activates once you do the first puzzle. However, we have discovered that if you don't do the first puzzle in order and just unlock every door, makes it actually a lot easier. We're going to do the puzzles in a specific order that the game intends us not to do them. But as you guys will see, we will never run into an enemy despite what we do. Also, this puzzle is absolutely hilarious. I will kind of show you guys why it's very gruesome, but it's kind of funny. It kind of reminds me of the Ares mod faces you can make.
If anyone's ever played Mario 64.
Oh yeah, those mini games. Yeah. Let's see the first one we could take our time with. So this is actually where the first puzzle is, but we're gonna skip that. Just open the door as a reference in case I forget. It has happened. There are a lot of doors. Normally you would do that puzzle and then you'd have to deal with the whole enemy, being this hallway before you open this door. However, because we skipped the first puzzle that we're intended to do, we just don't spawn in the other enemies, and we do this from the opposite side as well. And we'll go ahead and do our puzzles. I believe it's this one. And we're just playing it safe here, and I believe it's this one, right? Okay, so I'll show you guys. The rest I have to do quickly because you are kind of on the enemy's patrol side. But this puzzle is...
Oh boy.
No. You'll enjoy this thing. You'll enjoy this thing. I use a controller for this because it's way easier. So that is Rosemary. You gotta make them.
God, I'm getting flashbacks to Mario Party.
Hey, picture day. But anyway,
That's the correct one. Yep, that's how it ends.
very gruesome. I know we shouldn't be laughing because it's children who are experimented and tortured on, but no, we shouldn't be laughing. But
Genuinely, this game is a lot more of a throwback to the more serious and horror-y vibes of Suda Past, and then you just get this.
we're gonna crouch here because as we're doing this, unless we were quick, we might have actually been quick. Yeah. He's gonna walk by us. Run, Romeo.
The crouching mechanic as well is really dumb because it is literally turning on and off your flashlight.
They don't tell you what the crouching mechanic is either in the game. So. It is middle mouse button for those of you wondering. Yeah, this is the kind of the cycle we came up with, and we do the first puzzle that we were supposed to do last, and it's just perfect timing. Because by the time we do this puzzle, the boss will have walked by us again, and here's Patrick.
He's so happy.
Patrick?
Yes, this is Patrick.
That was slow enough. Surely I don't have to look to my right? Surely he's on my left.
Hey!
Thank God. Okay. And that's the first half of Asylum, the spooky immersiveness.
Is that really even possible?
Is that really even possible? Anyway, back to the dead man stuff. This part shouldn't be that dangerous. We'll make a save. Autosave just to be safe.
Yeah, there's another new enemy type in this bit called the Jelly, which is a lot more intimidating and more annoying than it sounds.
So a lot of these arenas we're actually going to be killing the final enemy right where the TV is, because we run by a lot of enemies, and once the arena starts, they're locked out. But once the arena ends, they could actually just kind of run at you and ruin any sort of interaction you have at this point. So keep that in mind as we fight a bunch of these arenas. I don't know what the elites that morph are called. You know how they just like turned into like better versions of themselves?
Yeah, I think. Oh. That's the Jelly, by the way. Has lasers. Oh yeah, I don't think we mentioned it with the spawners. The reason why RV was waiting is because you can't actually hit it at first.
Guys, where do you think his weak spot's going to be?
I have a feeling, but I can't be sure.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Sorry.
Oh no.
I was wondering why I wasn't
God.
shooting, but there you go. Anyway, TV's right next to me, so the jellyfish doesn't interrupt us.
Yeah, the Jelly's outer protective layer, question mark? You can't shoot it.
Which is really bad when our entire build revolves around shooting. They're the worst enemies.
It is the theme of the show.
Oh, that's why it's crosshairs.
Imagine. And it's just crosshair. You keep calling it crosshairs.
Wait, isn't it crosshairs?
It's crosshair.
Oh.
It's all right. I called it cross aim once.
Oh, the first person who ever DM'd me asking if they could be on the show called it Crossfire. That was a funny one.
You must be really cross about all this.
Hey, Rube, everyone, he's gonna be here all night.
Sadly. Got nothing better to do. It's midnight in England.
We'll do a quick reload before we go on to the next arena. This one is kind of annoying because zombie gets sick.
Yep.
I don't like getting
Blue
sick.
one. I think the blue one is that if you get like infected with blue, you can't dodge.
Oh. Well, now I'm sick. Chew.
Sick with it.
How did I get hit once to get afflicted? This is my. Oh! Well, now I couldn't interact with the TV because I was sick, and therefore I have to deal with all the enemies here. Can't see what's. Oh, good.
That's unfortunate because when you're
that is
sick,
a theme
usually
of
all
this
you can
game.
do is
You
watch
will-
TV.
You will literally not be able to see what's going on in half these fights. When it's in a small enclosed space like this, and there's just like 20 zombies on screen, it's just like, all right.
It's just Romeo rubbing salt into injury at this point. One more time, Romeo. Thank you. And he's not sick anymore.
He sneezed his last sneeze.
Like, it gets really bad on the last level, like I said, when you're surrounded by 50 enemies that all want to kill you, and you just sneeze, and you know those green splits turn to red.
It's interesting because like a lot of the game, there's a lot of these like, you know, obviously very meticulously crafted, you know, rooms to fight and hide, boys, and obviously. Well, my name was Negative Dancer. It makes sense, but
yeah, me on my pessimist days.
Yeah. Oh, this is unfortunate. I have the village and armada and dance troupe here and a sniper. Oh,
nice.
There's no way.
Counteracts the bad RNG from earlier.
I mean, that's what most of this game is. Like, you're going to interact with a lot. As you kind of could see, as the levels go on, it becomes more and more enemy intensive. So, you know, my HP value is at half right now. I don't normally look at my HP, which is probably something I should start looking at a little bit. I just kind of hope that there are no enemies.
Obviously, have one healing item until the next upgrade, I believe, where you get like free.
Something like that. You go the way I feel like I should in the arcade. I know there's a map, but you go the way I feel.
Yeah, a good friend Cosmic has linked us a thing with, like, the quotation marks best route for the early game for all this Emerald players in. I don't think we have to look at it.
Yeah. I did take a look at it. The problem is there's like a skip that relies on your HP being high, and realistically for a speedrun, you'd only want damage. You know, so it's like a weird, how could I incorporate these two?
It's like, aiming speed would be nice, but is it really necessary?
Well, there's no point of me upgrading my gun, because I can't aim, you know? No matter how strong my gun is. If I can't land the shot, there's just no point.
Aiming is hard in this game.
It is actually. Unironically very hard. Let's make an autosave here to be safe. And this is the last arena before the boss. Danger, danger, danger.
Yeah,
don't get me sick,
several
please.
waves in this one. Some are going to turn up in the corner.
Whoa.
This. Nice gun.
The Tekken move on me. Get the enemies here. Can't see the birds because they're just in my face. I hit nothing because I hit nothing. This is why I hate birds, by the way. Every runner who's ever run this, you will understand why they dislike birds. You jelly, buddy. Is that it?
Yeah, for those of you who are like, you know, oh, birds are usually annoying in video games. Yeah, wait. Just wait.
Oh, if we get annoying dogs later, then this really is Elden Ring 2.
My heads kind of like dogs. So they run at you with their heads down. And they're happy to see you.
It's like Dane. He's happy to see me, aren't you, Dane?
I love having you around, Kamu. Don't even.
I still remember how you just yelled across the lobby at SGDQ when you're like, Kamu! And I was like, huh? It was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna pick up a key that we're actually gonna use right away. So if you actually enter this TV without picking up this key, you have to come back out. But yeah, that's the last arena before the boss. I actually don't remember the boss's name. It's
Used reanimated.
Used reanimated. Okay, yeah,
because it's the two monsters and the
oh yes,
bombs right. And the fusing.
That's right. So if you guys remember
Dragon Ball, unfortunately.
So if you guys remember the two guards that were kind of patrolling in the hallway, they fused together with well, with the final boss with Serena, they become a giant monster. Yeah. Suda 51.
Yep.
Yep.
It is apt that someone in chat asked before you said that, is this game a fever dream? Yeah.
You are not at the fever dream section yet.
There's going to be even more fever dream than we've already seen. We actually saw a couple of people earlier asking if this game is good, and I remember, Kama, you were really plugging for it earlier. But
yes,
you said that there were other Suda 51 games that you had also played before this to kind of like familiarize yourself with Suda 51 as a genre, let's say, because they really are kind of their own genre in and of themselves. What other ones have you both played, out of curiosity?
Go ahead, Fruit.
I played Killer 7, all the No More Heroes trilogy. I speedrun Lollipop Chainsaw. I've done Killer is Dead. Yeah.
Same. Killer 7, No More Heroes, all the No More Heroes. I think there are 3 of them.
Yes. Yeah, and this game, for a lot of people out there watching this, are probably thinking, oh, this is structured, you know, not this bit, but, you know, the game and the credits at the end of every chapter is like very, very No More Heroes. Like, yeah, it's kind of the Suda fashion at this point.
I also heard really good things about the silver case.
Yes. Yes, it's this game is a lot more traditional Suda in terms of, you know, a bit more morose, like less. I don't know the word that doesn't start with the swear word, SH word posting, kind of in your face references, you know, never taking
posting.
itself seriously, No More Heroes style.
Yeah, call it crap posting.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
So this is Fuse Reanimated. This is probably the first boss you're gonna see just get melted by, because we have Hyperopia equipment. You'll see why we went 2-3 minutes out of the way to put this badge. It increases our range damage, lowers our melee damage. And you'll see why based on, you know, the previous bosses. OST is also
good
banging.
The music is not what I expected at all. Wow.
This is the most annoying move. But the only nice thing about it is it does set you up at the end for some easy shots. Unfortunate thing is, with it in the corner, I was going to have a problem getting the back weak spot, but sometimes you don't even need it. The boss will actually like jump up to the ceiling at some point, which also leaves you able to just, you know, get free hits on them. Good stagger. Good shot in the end, though. This is the annoying move. I said this earlier. There's a lot of bosses that have, you know, bullet hell stuff. You have to go under one of them and jump over the other one, and sometimes you can get such a bad timed like cycle that they will go around at the same time and hit you even if you jump on them.
Oh, that's annoying.
Nice.
Stab him in the butt. Yeah, if you guys remember that comic of the 2 kids painting or coloring, this is where it ties relevance. Those kids are actually the doctor's kids, and both parts of the Reanimated, you see, are his kids that he experimented on. So they do this whole bit here. They do this whole bit here where it looks like a phase 2, but the kids are like, Dad, let's stop fighting. And then, you know, they just say, yeah, we'll go away somewhere. Very touching. It's very tragic. I cry every time.
Romeo does the stone cold stunner and rips off the doctor's head from the body. The twins aren't dead, by the way. They're still a monster. They are literally, as I said, just gonna go away. So, bye.
So, out of the 4 bosses we were introduced to at the beginning of the game, we do have to fight the last guy. I don't remember his name. He just has a really weird, like, Manchu mustache.
Yeah, he has a very famous voice actor that Suda wanted because he is, I can't remember if it's Rick or Morty, but he is one of Rick or Morty. And Suda was like, I really like Rick and Morty, so I'm gonna get the voice actor. And
well, Rick and Morty are aren't they voiced by the same guy?
Are they? I don't know. I don't watch that show. I'm not smart enough.
I'm sorry. That was...
is voiced by Rick or Morty. Only one of them, not the other, though.
Yeah, the other one's not talented enough.
Yeah, yeah. One of them's very talented. The other one, not so much.
Is this where we do the reveal that this whole stream is just one person doing voices talking to himself?
Well, this is where I'm going to reveal that, folks, GDQ is returning to PAX East March 26th through the 29th. If you are wanting to learn a little bit more about that, visit east.paxsite.com to find out more, or you can use !PAX in Twitch chat to get a little bit more info about that. That is coming up the weekend after next, so coming up soon.
My only regret is we can't show the final cutscene of this game because you actually have to sit through the credits.
Oh, that's a bummer. I mean, I run a game where the only way to skip the credits is you have to press 2 buttons on your keyboard, Alt and F4.
Yep.
I tried that in the middle of the credits. I actually had to watch the whole credits again.
That's the best part about the newly released. Yeah.
Once we get there, I'll tell you guys what the final cutscene is, and all of you will say, "Huh?"
There are only 2 tragedies in life,
You will literally think it's not attached to this video game,
and the other is
and that it's just something else entirely, but it's not.
It is a really cool cutscene. I don't know. We'll talk about it when we get. We'll yeah. We'll get
It
there.
is the more recent Suda post-credit sequel, not sequel bait. It is Suda deciding I'm going to do what I want with my characters in my video game, which, you know what? I respect it.
You guys know that meme where like it's a corporate dude saying, "Okay, what ideas can we have to better our company?" And then, you know, it's just 2 people saying unsensible things, and then the last person says an unsensible thing, and then he gets like thrown out the window. You know that meme? Fine.
Oh yeah, here's our statue in a picture's backstory, which is actually very important for this bit. Also, his whole shtick is that if you let him talk, he will talk forever, and you have to let him talk forever.
Okay.
He's actually got a cool backstory.
Okay, I could do this. You're not an incompetent Pong player. I could do this. Abu Kabu, you're not an incompetent. I mean, you know, some people got it, and some don't. What can you say?
Yeah, I would believe you a lot more if you didn't sound like you were about to start crying as you said it, so.
Oh yeah, if you're wondering as well, it's not Avu dropping the boost. You literally just have like a small amount, and then you have to hit it again. They don't just let you hold the button and let you just go all the way boosted. It is literally just, you will just drop your boost.
Every time
Spaceships are hard to fuel and run. You know?
Every time I see that little segment where you're in that ship, I'm just waiting for some animal to pop up in the corner and go, do a barrel roll.
Ox, get this guy off me.
But yeah, we do get introduced to one of the best NPCs in the game in this next bit. Although they're in a bit of a sticky situation at the moment.
Guys, remember how I told you we have every game in this game? Now, Romeo is a Mario Party man. You think I'm joking, Dane?
This is what I said when I said Suda 51 is a genre in and of itself.
This is the sewage tank, yes. And yes, this is exactly the same as the toilet cleaning minigame in Laura's Free.
This is also a minigame in Dave the Diver.
Now, what's Dave diving for in this?
Dave's not diving in this, I'll tell you that.
Dave lost his wedding ring in the sewage and...
Oh, Dave.
Is that why Godzilla's in that? Collabed in that game as well?
Right, that game has a Yakuza collab, doesn't it?
It does.
It has a lot of crazy
collab, a Dredge
collabs,
collab. There's so many,
Jenny.
and there's another DLC coming out for it soon.
Oh my god.
So to access the final island, we got to collect orbs from various different islands. To get the final island, we only have 1 orb right now. We have to get 3 in total. So we have to do all these color combinations. It's kind of hard to tell from the speed run, but every different color combination of 1, 2, or 3 opens up a different path after we pick it up.
Yeah, as Avi was saying, this is Jenny. She was in the sewage tank, as you do. She's awesome. She was investigating this cult. We're here because the main person we're going after, who has ties to Juliet, which that entire plot's still ongoing, by the way. Yeah, Jenny was just investigating this cult, and she has 2 assault rifles, and she's actually kind of cool. She actually does help you out.
Yeah. For those of you who did miss that description, Romeo's trying to kill Juliet, who's trying to kill other Juliets, but not her. But Romeo's in love with Juliet, but not that Juliet necessarily. So he's trying to find that Juliet before she kills other Juliets.
Ah, yes, I understand everything you're saying.
Yes.
It's a thing.
The thing.
It's like Ross and Rachel from Friends. But not.
We are reaching the nexus point where people in chat are gonna not know that show and are Froob, that show's been off the air for 22 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that 70s show. That's where it's from, right?
Sorry, I've only seen that 80s show.
Is that a sequel?
Yes, it's not good.
Yeah,
that's probably why I've never heard of it.
It's kind of like the sequel to Friends, which was Joey, which was also not good.
No.
I didn't know Friends had a sequel.
Friends had a sequel, and it was about as good as the 80s show was to the 70s show.
Just imagine a Friends show trying to be just about Joey and, yeah, birds. They just keep piling in. There is like 9 birds in this entire section. Like,
and some people are probably wondering, like, well, what does all this have to do with the speed run? This game is full of pop culture references, so it counts. It's still relevant to talk about pop culture.
Yeah, it's not quite as overabundant with them as, say, Lollipop Chainsaw or No More Heroes, which is what makes this kind of like a bit more of an approachable Suda game. It's a lot more like kind of grounded and a lot more like the... Is that one only 2 phases, or did I just misuse 2 phase? I thought that was a 3 phase fight.
Yeah.
If you just damage it. It's 3 phases if you don't the weak spots.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you have to equip Hyperopia to make it 2 phases because you out damage 3. Oh.
Yeah.
Little green silver. Who is Jenny in relation to everything?
She's just investigating the cult. I can't remember if she was investigating them because of a family member or something that went into the cult, but...
Your friendly neighborhood skeleton?
Yeah, she's just here, chilling in the sewage.
I think it's safe to say
I don't
that...
remember how she gets in there.
I think it's safe to say, anybody, if you're asking questions about the plot, you're going to be left unhappy with the answer, whether you get the answer you want or you don't, because there's a lot happening.
See, I have 50 hours in this game, and I have more questions at 50 hours than I do at 0 hours of this game. So
yeah, there you go.
The answer to 90% of your questions is Suda 51.
Suda 51 questions.
Okay, that was kind of funny.
That was actually really good. Well done.
I'd have to get 1 out. That's my quota.
Well, better than earlier in chat. I saw someone say Suda 6'7", so.
Oh boy. So remember the white devil that was unkillable in those 2 bits earlier? Dead now.
I was like, looks like you just killed him.
Even though we walk all the way here before the cutscene, the game insists on putting us back there in the room.
Oh, I think I remember Jenny's whole part. The cult leader basically waltzed into town one day because timey-wimey shenanigans, you know the drill, and basically brainwashed the entire people of this version of Deadfoot, I think it's called, and essentially they all became zombies here because of it. And obviously Jenny she was in the sewage tank and now is part zombie or something. I don't know how she becomes part zombie.
I think it's because she was stuck in the sewage tank, actually. I do.
Yeah. But everyone else has just become, like, you know, subservient to the dude we're going after.
This is a peculiar subspace because unlike the other ones where you have to go back and forth in the real world, this is just a climb to the top.
And then the bottom.
And then come back down to do more puzzles. So we could take the most effective way possible, assuming my platforming skills, and by platforming skills, I mean, can I not just fall off a wide platform into the play?
It's actually a lot harder than it sounds.
Like I said, it looks fine. It feels like I'm ice skating. That's why I'm able to do that. Movement feels like you're genuinely just floating at a certain point. Oh. You would think that was a ball, but apparently not. You know, I don't know what actually happens when you miss that jump. I've never missed that jump, and I kind of don't ever want to miss that jump.
I assume you go all the way to the bottom and die.
Yeah. I actually was thinking, what if I failed that jump in the middle of my hotfix? I've never fallen down there.
I love all this guy. I'm terrible at platforming, but I've never missed that jump.
I mean, in all fairness, that's probably the most scripted jump. Oh. You know what's funny, Froob?
Yeah, go on.
I was supposed to do another run of the arcade before used reanimation. Surely I have enough HP, right?
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
If not, this will be really funny.
Yeah, I got enough. Yeah, I got enough HP. Yeah,
we're not at the 2-bar point at this point, right?
You could. You could be. Yeah.
Hey!
So the reason why I was saying that, guys, is you see that green orb below me? Not the one I'm working on, the one below me.
Mm-hmm.
There's another path to get to that. However, you know what's quicker than running around getting that?
Jumping?
Please. I hope I have enough HP. Thank God. Okay. It looks like I had plenty, but it's one of those exponential, you know, Elden Ring thing, Souls things where it says, oh, you only lose half HP, and then you fall 2 more feet, you die. It's one of those.
I was going to make the joke of, oh, that's just like getting to the secret bonfire in Sen's Fortress.
Oh. Sure hope this is the way down.
This one's scary. Yeah.
Oh, not too bad, though. You could realistically, I guess, if you had higher HP, just risk one of those falls, but I mean, for a couple of seconds, this HP is probably not worth it. Anyway, this is the halfway point of the cult level. For those of you wondering, why is the cult level, aka one of the final areas of the game, supposedly social? Well, that's because it's the halfway. We're now at the other halfway point, or getting to it after actually this segment. What about this segment?
All right, we have the fight and the weird puzzle, don't we?
Yeah. I remember the weird puzzle. And for every boss that's not a main boss, guess what we gotta fight again, guys? Any of you guessed a giant skeleton with 3 visible weak spots? Correct.
This skeleton's red. Oh no. It's the stronger version that still gets taken out the same way. Has the exact same moveset apart from this one where it throws out its arms like worms.
This really is Elden Ring with how often they reuse bosses. Ayo.
Is this Moog?
Executioner. Should have probably practiced this puzzle realistically.
My notes say right, up, right times 5, up, right times 4.
You have notes?
Yeah, sadly. For the puzzles and the subspace, yes, I do.
Some people run with notes, Camu. Have you ever tried?
Nope, not
GG.
once in my life. So yeah, now we enter the second part of the level. Caverns, mines, ruins, whatever you'd like to call it. Pretty straightforward level. The most realistic aspect to die in this game is probably within this the caverns level. Mostly because there's a section where you have to fight things on platforms while Jenny is on the other side having to do the same thing. So you want to be on a platform as it's dropping down, because if you move, it's slower. Not too bad otherwise. So. There's also a section in this game I actually do have to restart my game because right before the boss, it drops to 5 FPS and the game never corrects itself after that. So
God.
The game does help there.
What?
Well, the fun thing is that also happens on console as well. So
Oh,
it
jeez.
happens to everyone.
Only the cutscenes, however, are in 5 FPS, which wouldn't be the worst thing if the first cutscene after that wasn't a quick time action event that is impossible to do on 5 FPS. So, another quick autosave here. Hey, Jenny. Surprised we haven't mentioned Forrest Gump yet with how many times we talked about Jenny. You know what they say? Life is like a box of dead men.
They do say that.
They do say that. Caverns is pretty straightforward. You just run. Hopefully you don't get lost. Kind of pray that things don't hit you.
Yeah, there was a way to the right and there's a way to the left. Both these paths converge on each other, like around about the next room. But this is just the quicker way, because I think the other way gets you locked into a fight.
Yeah, and then we have a force fight here.
We're watching this forced running segment. As a reminder, folks, if you have not heard, GDQ is hiring. If you have experience in mentorship and communications, you can apply to be a host volunteer coordinator by March 22nd. That is coming up. Only 4 days away is that due date. So learn more about the position and apply at gdq.gg/jobs.
You just knocked her out of the way. That's so funny. Friendly fire in this game is so good. Jenny, she gonna do anything? Hold up. I believe in her. Hold up. I believe in her. What are you? There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Thanks, Jenny.
We got there eventually.
Also a bit of annoying RNG in this game. Sometimes Jenny just doesn't do anything.
Unlike Forrest Gump.
It's been a while since I've seen Forrest Gump, actually.
Same.
A good movie.
The annoying room where if you fall down to the ground, you got to go all the way back up again.
First try.
That's great.
Woo! Danger, danger.
That's my first name.
Russ is your last.
Yep.
Jenny, you care to shoot? Okay, if you don't. I understand you're trying your best, but it'd be very nice if she shot. I have had a run where Jenny just shoots the bulbs, and it was an absolutely insane goal that I will never gold here ever again. It wasn't obvious.
That gold.
She's just running in place right now. guys can't tell.
Still more useful than the summons in Elden Ring.
Oh my god, she kill stole.
Will not stand for the Stormhawk Dean slander, folks. He buffs you at least.
And he just kill stole.
I only beat Melania because of Mimics here, so.
Normally we go down these stairs where you could jump down. Lose some HP. We'll make it auto save here just to be safe. Make sure Jenny is behind us. As Rube, I don't know if you've ever lost a run here.
Yes. Last run I did.
Adamantly responded to that too. Yes. Yes, I have.
He knows exactly what I'm talking about, and that section is right here.
Love you, Jenny.
But look at all this speed in this speed run.
I trust in that this is important to not get this soft locked.
Dead man.
Dead man.
Oh, thank goodness.
Dead man.
Dead man.
He has to step on this platform. And sometimes our AI just stands there and says, what?
You have to restart, like, load your, like, checkpoint or restart your, like, load your game for her to actually get back on that platform.
Oh, jeez.
It is the most infuriating thing. And I don't think we know what causes her to not get on that platform.
Section's a little bit rough because we're going to have to do one of these platform things as they're running at us.
And there's obviously zombies that make you sick or cold like that. There's obviously the traps in the middle of the room that you don't want to walk into.
For those of you that can't see, I can't see either. I just shoot at the shiny objects on my screen.
That's just running any arena shooter. Chat says, I don't know what's going on. And I say, I don't know either. Don't worry.
I don't know either, guys. Just know that we're killing one of our girlfriend sponsors who's evil. Our girlfriend and the sponsor, they're both evil. A lot of evil people.
Dead man.
Dead man.
Good man.
It's kind of annoying because you get a jelly spawn in, but all the enemies in this bit like will just spawn behind you in just kind of like a line. So you can get completely interrupted like this, or you can get a nice little pattern where you'll be able to hit all of them in a row.
Dead man.
You should be done. Sometimes this guy could be far enough you don't actually have to worry about him, but hey, Jenny. Thank you, Jenny. It's not me standing on the platform, by the way, for that one. It is actually just Jenny standing on the platform. Yeah, we make our final descent here. We're going to make a quick auto save here. And then we're going to have to restart our game, unfortunately. Historically, it always goes down to 5 FPS to the next cutscene.
I think if we have more HP here, we can fall down here, but it's really scary.
And there's no point for like full seconds at this point. I'm gonna make a manual save here too, you know, in case the game decides. Ooh, that's my regular file. Want that? Okay, and I will be restarting my game. I'll restarting it back up.
Perfect timing, because I can jump in and tell everybody that I see a few people in chat. I know there's quite a few of you, but I'm willing to bet, even though you're here watching the stream, that some of you are not in the GDQ Discord. So if you are not in the GDQ Discord, you should join the GDQ Discord and give yourself the hotfix role. It'll help you stay in the loop on upcoming events, chat with staff like myself, and more. I'm in the GDQ Discord. Why aren't you? Use !Discord in Twitch chat for an invite, and to get more info about that.
And I want to say, even if you're not a speedrunner and you are wondering whether or not you should go to a GDQ event, absolutely. GDQ events are such a blessing. It's just a celebration of the speedrunners of every sort of game just coming together, enjoying each other's company, and it's a wonderful time.
Mainline GDQ events are how I've been able to hang out with Avukamu and Froob, both in person.
It's true.
Yeah.
Just sadly not at the same time.
Yeah. It's expensive to get to America, y'all.
It is. And then once you have the game rebooted, don't forget to share it again in Discord.
Oh, yeah, I do have the game. I've rebooted. I was playing it. Are we good on the tech side?
I can see it now. Thank you.
Are we good on the tech side? Okay, good. Anyway, we're just upgrading some stuff.
Rube and I are like, what's happening right now? I don't know what's happening.
Well, so. Starting. Please. Please? Oh, excellent.
Very nice.
Very nice. Thank you. Thank you, Dan. We should still have our badges correctly installed. Hyperpo. And the Ghost-orama, and we're gonna fight this boss. Hopefully it's not a 5 FPS cutscene, because then I'd have to do that upgrade again. Good. Got it.
Jenny! Romeo, wait! He's coming!
Magus art, the something Magrus. That's the cult leader. He's turned into own T-Rex. Kills Jenny. We're mad. Oh, enhanced Magrus.
Enhanced Magrus.
What is a Magrus?
That guy.
Did he just land on me?
Yeah. There's also a weak spot on like the top back of the head of this boss, but like there's really not much to this boss because it's one of the probably the easiest boss in the entire game.
Yeah. And at this point, our pretty much gears are pretty much set for what we need for the rest of the run. There is one more badge we do have to pick up.
Yeah, but that's not until the very end of the game, as usual.
Yeah. But does the one attack where I could actually break it? Shout out to all my Super Mario 64 enjoyers with this cutscene.
Oh yeah.
How long is he, Bowsy?
Okay, but he did not hit the bomb though. That's the problem.
Well, see, that's because Super Mario's an Italian plumber. He can't throw that hard. So,
man, I'm Italian. How dare you?
Justice. Anyway, that's the end of this level, or is it? You remember how this level was incredibly complicated, guys? Coming down all the way here.
Say that.
Yeah. Now imagine, I want you to, Dane, I want you to imagine you play this casually. You get lost in the caverns. They go all 3 different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're under a time limit and you have to escape. Going backwards now.
I mean, there's a similar thing in Doom Eternal, so does that count?
Oh. Yeah.
It's like,
no, I love Doom Eternal. I love Doom Eternal. It's such a good game.
This is like a Bloodborne Chalice dungeon, but actually in a dungeon.
By the way, that is Jenny on our back. We're trying to save her. Romeo's a good kid. Maybe Romeo and Jenny, not Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo was a good man.
Yeah. Romeo is a good man.
I thought Romeo was a dead man.
Well, for this episode, he's a good man.
No, fair.
I can't get over how Jenny's just on our back like this. It's just like a skeleton.
So this is a pre-release of Pragmata, clearly.
Yep.
So looking forward to that.
I forgot about that game. Yeah, no, the demo was really fun. Not a Suda 51 game, unfortunately. It's a Capcom game.
They just have to add a couple of Fever Dreams and they can turn it into one.
I saw someone in chat earlier ask, because Suda ever cameoed with, or done like a game collab with Yoko Taro, and I'm just like, oh boy. The most depressive mind warp that you've ever had in your entire life.
And that's the end of the level. Now we only have Juliet to fight.
So, Avu, if there was one place IRL, one level from this game that you really enjoyed that you'd love to go back to, which one would it be?
Oh, the next level. You already know why.
Assuming that you waited till right now to ask that for that exact reason.
Well, no, because, I mean, the worst level in the game is City Hall with how convoluted it is. So surely we wouldn't have to go back to City Hall again, huh?
No.
You only have to go to City Hall once in your life, right?
So apparently it's
American.
Well, apparently it's to get married, so, and I am not married. I have not been
and to go to the DMV, apparently.
Oh, that's only when the building is Secretary of something.
It's different than the county courthouse, but it's a municipality building. It's all the same vibe, which is sadness when you walk in.
I was sad when I figured out we had to do City Hall twice. So I think I get the feeling.
I like the second City Hall, mostly because I'm an extremely extroverted person. Fruit will understand that.
Yeah.
Fruit?
You guys will enjoy this.
So it is also a rave, so flashing light warning for like the next like 2-3 minutes.
I remember I invited Dane to a rave at GDQ, and he said, Camus, it's 2 a.m. on a Tuesday night. What are you doing with your life?
At first I thought I was like, wait, I don't remember this, before I realized, oh, you're trying to be funny.
Anyway, yeah. So for those of you wondering, there are 2 more levels. You know, this is supposed to be the final level, but most JRPGs have that, the ultimate final level where you fight a deity or a god or something.
God, this looks familiar.
Yeah. If you remember the initial cutscene that's played out like another 2 times so far in this, here it is again. But you're in control this time. Following Juliet and finding the body of, I believe that's Juliet.
It is Juliet.
It just does not care and is just walking in circles.
She's fine.
Here's Juliet.
Away. I can't.
Here's also Juliet. Killing Juliet.
It makes sense, I think.
That was the last 2 hours of gameplay summarized in 5 seconds. Here's Romeo, and here's Juliet killing Juliet. So you have to kill Juliet
now.
Yeah. So you have to kill Juliet to make sure Juliet does not kill Juliet. However,
Manska's the real Romeo and Juliet is.
What if Shakespeare ever thought his game would be play would be interpreted?
Well, yeah. One day, my story is going to be adapted as a sci-fi novel where someone shoots someone with a gun.
Yeah. Ultra-violent science fiction, something.
Go back in time, tell Shakespeare, hey, one day your most famous story will be adapted into a video game. And he would look at you and say, what's a video game? Ooh.
This is the final part, by the way.
There we go.
First try.
G.
No, I do believe that's the last long level, though. Oh.
Sadly. Yeah.
Sadly. Anyway, we enter to the final, quote-unquote, final dungeon before the final dungeon, where we have to fight Juliet. And spoilers, Romeo is a rave man.
Also, if you haven't been noticing with the time transitions for each level so far, all the logos have been very respective of their time period, and this is extremely 2000s. Yeah, Deadwood. It's all happening here. A City Hall twice, apparently.
I wonder who the DJ is. And any guesses who the DJ is?
Kavuamu?
How'd you know? My evil twin.
Yes.
My evil twin. Those portal effects are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Man, you weren't kidding.
Told you. Yep. That is the quintessential font of the 2000s that I remember. Big, stupid, off the screen, and round.
It is really funny how it looks like so cool back in the day, but I remember like the moment I saw that, like, you know, in the modern era, I like went back and saw that font and went, oh wow, that really is from the 2000s.
Yep.
Juliet, I'm a big fan. I love you.
So you see your demons night and day.
You cannot attack during this scene. Well, until the music stops, though. And yes, I don't see what's going on either. I turn my camera in every direction and spam M1.
It's a point and click adventure now.
We're sorry for all the people that like having a bitrate when watching streams.
What's funny is that came through Discord perfectly, like no dropped frames or issues at all.
Oh, big fan. Have your early albums.
Well, the goal said annihilate the enemy, and Kama's just here vibing.
Well, yeah, you gotta wait till the bass drops, and then you're able to do.
I get it.
This.
Still funny.
The Arcadia's Bloody Summer is actually really good because it's like AoE in front of you like that.
Yeah.
Like,
so we might as well talk about why we picked this melee weapon. So we have the sword, we have the great sword, and like the fists, I think. So the fists are very, you know, agility kind of based, very fast. They don't really kill enemies quick enough in the speedrun. That's kind of what my analysis was. Sword was just a weaker version of the Arcadia, and great sword was oddly too slow and honestly not that strong for what I thought it would be. That's why it's the Arcadia. Shotgun is just stronger than every other gun in this game. So.
Yeah, by far. The pistol is very decent at the start when you can like one-shot zombies with a headshot, but when you get to bosses and stuff, you don't want to use anything other than the shotgun. And the special zombies as well.
And the
different. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of the badges we could potentially want to get are in a lot of the optional areas. So we're very limited on what badges, if we wanted to route them in, what we could. I didn't even press interact. That's fine. But yeah, so we don't have that many options of badges without going too out of the way. So obviously, range weapons up was the obvious play for that.
And it's everyone's favorite boss, the skeleton.
How many appearances
this guy would be
back?
This is like the 5th, 6th.
What are those bulbs? Oh.
Huh, okay.
I never seen that attack.
Oh, that's annoying. You can't shoot through this. It's like a protective barrier, which hurts if you get close as well. So it's like timeout.
Juliet, I'm a big fan. This level is complicated. This level is extremely complicated.
You can see the linearity when you know where to go, but like, as you'll see when Avu goes through the first TV, Avu's gonna fall immediately. So that's supposed to clue you in that you're supposed to find the bridge, make the bridge, and then go through that same TV again.
Which is something you don't expect to go through the same TV, but yeah. Zelda dungeon, all that fun stuff, you know.
There's also like, how many barriers is there in this? Like 6 of them, but we only need to break like 2 or 3?
Something like that. There's a lot of optional red herrings. No, the easiest path is usually not it. A lot of the main paths are in the real world in a bathroom or something. So very convoluted. We're gonna go through the exact same TV again, but because we did the puzzle below, we're actually not gonna fall down. We're gonna enter a new part. We're gonna have to activate a 3rd floor. What are they called again? Paintballs.
Yeah.
Oscillations. So yeah, that it implies that TV's on the floor above you, so we're gonna go to a floor above. It's actually in, I think, the main press room. It has the unfortunate RNG of there are enemies in the room. We might not be able to interact with the TV, so we're gonna do our best. Most TVs from now on, we are gonna do our best to interact with it before enemies just come close with us, to us at this point. So sometimes you can dodge this, sometimes you can't. Sometimes, remember, it's never the streamer's fault. It's always the fault of the video game. It's never the fault of the streamer, honestly.
Yeah. That blue one blocks the skills that you can summon with the zombies that you grow. You can recover from that early, but it expends a use of your bloody summer gauge, so it's like,
This is unfortunate. Me? Wonder if the jelly's far enough. Okay, the jelly's super far, right? Sure.
Nice.
So the next one is actually the next entrance we actually have to go to is in a very weird spot. Like I said before, it's in a bathroom, which you never really kind of expect to be. It is a public bathroom, and it's like right in front of one of the stalls. I remember routing this actually took the longest time because it was so convoluted on where it would be.
It's also one of those like weird ones where, because it's in the opposite world from where you are, like the game doesn't signpost you to it. It's not like it doesn't pan the camera and go, hey, go over here. It is literally just find your way.
Mm-hmm. And every time
use some yellow paint.
Yep. And honestly, every time you enter the real world 2 from the subspace, all the enemies respawn. So in a casual perspective, it is a very annoying section. You have to fight a lot of zombies, a lot of elites. Very rough.
The whole shtick of this is that you're supposed to get up to where you're creating these new ramps, and it's just not obvious. Like, there's going to be, like, on the stairs that I've just passed several times in the real world, there's going to be a TV that just appears there. Like, no fanfare, just, it's going to be there.
If it looks easy, then I'm doing my job, so. That's my favorite speedrunner thing. You know, when something looks easy, you know, you're conceptually doing your job as a speedrunner. You know, someone who's never done or seen the speedrun says, "Oh, that doesn't look too bad." Then I always take that as the biggest compliment.
Yeah, then you go to learn it yourself and you go, this is a lot harder than it looks.
Practice in my video game? What do you mean? Wait, Dan, have you only played Chainsaw Lollipop out of all the Suda games?
Lollipop Chainsaw. I haven't never actually played it. I've watched the speedrun a good bit, but I've never actually played it myself.
Oh.
At some point, I'm probably going to end up being forced to because the other Hotfix showrunner that I live with, she is a big fan of Lollipop Chainsaw. I think she has a copy of it laying around here somewhere. We have to find it because we just moved recently.
Please be the original, not repop.
Oh, it's. I'm pretty sure it's the original if she has it.
Thank goodness.
You mean Oscar 424 of Express Lane?
That's the one.
This one's a little tricky because, you know, they're giants, so we kind of just chill up here before we go to the TV, because if you just run straight down here, the one who's on the far side of the stairs actually just kind of beelines towards you and you can't actually interact with this, and then you got to fight a bunch of big dudes. It's not really a good time, so we just kind of wait there for a little, so for him to pass the long way around.
So it just occurred to me just now. I remember looking at that enemy earlier and going, that enemy looks like something else I've seen in another game, but I couldn't think of what it was. And seeing it just now, it made me realize it's from Clear Obscure. It's the
Gestrels?
Gestrels, thank you. Looks a little bit like the Gestrels from Clear Obscure.
Don't need to play that game.
Very good game.
Oh yeah, definitely do so. I think Kamu's played it before, right? I think.
Yeah, I used to speedrun that too.
Oh, nice. I got sponsored to play it, and then every time I tried to play it, my PC blue screened, and I thought, oh, it's probably just the game. I'll wait for them to patch it. Turns out that was an early precursor to my CPU dying.
That would do it.
For some reason, every game other than the Yakuzas that I speedrun would just blue screen my PC. What is going on here?
Oh, no, that's easily explained. Yakuza is a game about Richard. Richard is a tech guy. Tech guys can blue screen your computers. Coincidence? I think not.
Thanks, Richard.
It's funny. Yeah, I was waiting for someone to bring it up. The running gag was that Kamu like ran Claire pretty hard at one point in time, and at SGDQ last year, I would just randomly go Kamu, and like run up to him and just go Avec, and then I just watch his he would just break out into flop sweat and his heart would start to palpitate.
For context in that, hold up, let me do this. For context in that, there is a boss.
It's a boss fight. It's a coin flip if it works or not.
It's actually 48% chance. So I said, how much is it really 48% chance, right? So I did 112 attempts of that boss. I crit him 8 times, and I said, oh yeah, that definitely feels like, you know, a, what, 48% chance, 12 out of, I can't reset up for them. Okay. So this autosave here actually serves 2 purposes. It resets the birds here. And this part is really RNG heavy because if there is an enemy, I hate this. I love birds. Because you have to do 4 puzzles. And if any enemy is near you, namely the birds.
I mean, what a thrill.
Oh no. Sir. Okay. So the first puzzle, it is 448. This is my favorite joke to make about this puzzle is I don't know if anyone younger than the age of 12 knows what this kind of clock, how it reads.
What an analog clock is.
No, I'm not. I'm being serious. You think they do?
Yeah, like I'm lucky because I grew up with clocks like this in my house, and it's just like I remember people in chat like not even knowing what a rotary phone is, and it's just like
Well, it seems that. Oh, I got it right before he spawned. Which is really funny because you hear the quotes, "That's my boy," like you're doing it in the background. That's because the enemies are still active. A lot of the enemies actually like can fall off the side of the building as you're running along, as you're doing the puzzle as well. So.
That's an enemy type you haven't seen yet as well. He's called Scythe, and he is annoying.
And now we're talking about old technology in chat. Chat, I'm gonna blow your mind with this one. Who knows what a Victrola is? If you know what a Victrola is, put a 1 in chat.
Chat, what's a Victrola?
Yeah, that. Well, we talk about old technology. There you go.
Isn't it a record player?
What?
Is it a record player?
It is a record player, yeah.
Oh. Well, you could have just said record player, you old man.
Well, okay, but like, it was called a Victrola. And I know this because my dad had one growing up. And apparently, there's a few people in chat that also know what it's called.
The 80s are over.
Older than the 80s, weren't they?
Of course the 80s are over. We saw it say 2000 earlier in that 2000s font on the screen.
That's true. All right, so we have to fight Juliet now, but it's actually a fake Juliet. The real Juliet is in another castle. We're going to be fighting what we call the Reaper. Very annoying boss, if it wasn't obvious from his scythe and his machine guns. So.
If you'll remember the amazing Death Changeling earlier, wait till you see what this guy's called. Good music again, though.
A change in Parabolum.
That is such a Souls boss name.
Isn't that a movie Christian Bale's in?
He's in a lot of movies. Oh, Equilibrium. Oh, you mean John Wick? Parabolum?
Yes.
That's not a Christian Bale.
It's not Christian Bale.
The spin is like one of the more annoying moves outside of one you'll see probably in the second phase where you won't actually see. That's the point. This is actually genuinely a boss where I would have to be a little careful because you can die to this boss if you just tank stuff. And remember I said you can't see. Nice, good stagger.
Yeah, you want to stagger him, otherwise you cannot see anything for this dark phase.
Boss genuinely has like really cool design, but it's so frustrating.
I don't want to kill this boss just because of the music and all on it. Oh.
That's one of the reasons I speedrun. Sorry, we're closed, so the boss music in that game is phenomenal.
Lately, I've been speedrunning games that have just banger music, like Clear Obscure is one of them. No, you're just sorry that you have to get. Oh. Anyway, this
Final Fantasy 14 attack.
Yes. If you've done any MMO, you can't damage him. You just gotta wait it out, relax a little bit. Whoa. I feel like I dodged that, but the game disagrees with me.
Much like the original Death Changing, he can just walk forward and stop doing anything at one point. It's kind of weird. His AI just decides to break.
Good with different heal. No, there's no weak point.
It just has a glowing chest.
Yeah.
Both Death Changelings have no weak point, which is why
the weak
I
point
said earlier about the
is obvious, but at the same time, it doesn't look like a weak point. It's weird.
To put weak spots onto the boss because it is actually
that's
useful.
not a weak
then
point.
The pin that RV has on that increases damage by 50% by not having any of those on, that would just go to waste. So there's no point.
Yeah, those shots would those shots instead of doing 18 like collective of like 8 of them, it would just do like a flat like 300 damage. Like, if you put a weak spot.
Yeah,
anyway, that's Juliet. That Juliet is dead. That's the end of the game. No, I'm just kidding. There's one more dungeon.
See how there's no spacecraft? Obviously, the game's over. Cool.
Okay, Dane, you kind of understand what's going on in this game, right? So far? Yes. Yes. All you just got to know the characters: Romeo, Juliet, and Juliet. And
oh, of course.
However,
I've followed the plot perfectly up to this point. Yeah,
kind of important.
I'm surprised they didn't have the other house members, family members as bosses.
I know there's like a Mercutio in there somewhere.
Curry and your sister, she's off to be a mech pilot. Don't worry about her.
You think we're joking?
That would have been cool.
He thinks we're joking. Anyway, welcome to the last. Actually, there are 2 more dungeons left in this game. Trust me, this next dungeon is 5 minutes. You guys, this is the next dungeon.
It's one of those things where, obviously, when making this game, they took a lot from the kind of blueprint of what No More Heroes 3 is, because if you remember, there's a bit in No More Heroes 3 where it goes all 2D, and hey!
This is a dungeon.
Also, shout outs to our producer who put a poll in chat. So make sure to make your votes. Your choices are Romeo, Juliet, or other. Type in chat. My favorite.
Anyway, we picked up the key. We're gonna leave the dungeon.
The same Juliet, like back to back, which is very funny to me.
We're halfway living with Juliet now. I think it's AD 3.5 billion.
It is actually this is like an eternal time paradox or something.
So you don't need to work. You.
Night, Romeo.
We're gonna become the Sims now.
Oh my god. Well, okay, it's not the Sims. If it were the Sims, she would have put him in a swimming pool and then taken the ladder away.
Yeah, I don't think this is the Sims. Fun fact, you actually do have to die there once in this loop. But we picked up the key. And very fun reference. This is a very cool reference.
Yeah.
Because if we actually
think we're going to escape from.
So for keyboard, that's WSWS, WSWX, XY, XY. Oh.
Wow.
We're going to get some private time in the bathroom where somehow Grandpa's going to talk to us. Dane, how do you think we're going to escape from the situation where we can't even leave the front door?
I'm going to assume you just make a front door. You just draw a front door and then walk out, right?
He's thinking a little too hard. Find the exit. You got the key. Find a keel. Go find a keel. Is it to the right? No.
It looks like it's to the right.
Left? No. Is it there?
It's underneath.
Is it? No. Well, it's quite literally the toilet.
I called it, technically.
So who likes music videos?
Unfortunately, this is a copyright songs, and we do have streamer mode on.
Hey, Dave the Diver.
The swimming in this bit is weird.
Why is there a car underwater?
Okay, guys. So
why did the car ignite? So underwater.
You could actually press 2 buttons in this. You could press. Come on, let's go. Hold up. It works once it gets there. There's supposed to be music playing in the background. It's supposed to be some like pop, J-pop, like R&B, J-R&B, some rap going on. But we could move the car and say,
come on, let's go.
So we have Dangerous here on karaoke. Dane, go ahead.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts, dee standing in a row.
Big one, small one, some as big as your head.
Oh, I never had to do this with Mufasa.
What did you say?
What did you say? See, this reminds me so much of what's the one game that came out like a couple of years ago where the streamer mode disabled the music and there's like this whole air guitar scene That's just.
Was it Life is Strange?
I think it was Life is Strange. Yeah,
like something similar.
Yeah, Life is Strange popped into my head, but for some reason it felt wrong. But once you said it, I was like, maybe it is Life is Strange. Yeah, it just
enjoy the visuals, by the way.
Yeah.
Mom spaghetti. He's nervous, but he's mom spaghetti.
There's spaghetti on his spaghetti already. Mom spaghetti.
Mom spaghetti.
He's nervous. But on the surface, he looks mom spaghetti.
We've only seen the credits in this game like 6 times.
Why is this happening?
It makes sense with the music video. It makes sense with the music video, which is why I was saying we should sing. This is why we needed to sing in this section. You know what was really funny? Proof? I was actually considering learning Baka Mitai from Yakuza just for you.
God.
During the section.
Listen, after I had to sing that SGDQ 2022, never again.
Dame.
What's the one from
but never
from is it Silent Hill 3? I think is the one that has the credit song.
Silent Hill 3 Heather Graham, I think?
Yeah, that's the one with Heather. Maybe it's not something. I think it was Silent Hill 3. It's the one with the one ending has a credit song that they did karaoke of it at one of the GDQs. I don't remember which one.
Oh. You know what game has actually really good karaoke songs? Alan Wake 2. Unironically, really good karaoke song.
Yeah.
Not even the dance one. I like the other like actual band songs. A lot of those are just really good songs. But yeah, chat, I know this is a copyright song. I'm sorry. Just imagine some smooth late night Japanese R&B playing on 97.5.
This is all about Romeo going on the journey and finding Juliet, which is about to happen. Maybe.
Yo. Juliet, we are nine. And that's the end of that dungeon.
This is. I never thought we'd get like pure chaos with no music. That's a new one.
It's unfortunate that streamer mode. It's a pretty good tune. Like it's actually a pretty good tune.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Anyway, final dungeon. Okay. Chat. I promise this is the final dungeon. Final dungeon. We have to go fight some deity, god, this thing.
Juliet.
Is it Juliet? Oh, you'll be happy to know Juliet won the poll earlier for what's your favorite character. Juliet unfortunately did not win. I know.
By the way, it's 7 billion. Yeah.
7
It's like the end of time or something. We're still in Deadford, but we're in subspace. Don't worry about it.
So before we start the tower climb, we're gonna pick up a badge, which is a very interesting of a concept of a badge. I'll kind of explain to you guys, but pretty much it uses whatever credits we have, the money we have, and it'll continuously drain it. Your power will go up 100% as long as you have money to spend it on. And this dungeon...
At this point, you definitely do.
Yeah. This dungeon is a culmination of all the previous dungeons. This dungeon is the prime example of, dear God, why can't I interact with this? Oh God, there's an enemy next to me. Oh God, there are multiple enemies next to me. This is the prime example of this. And guess what? You could fall back down here.
Oh joy.
Yep.
We will be making autosaves in the speed run because saving is slower. We don't save, but play it a little safer. Lose a couple of seconds here or there. Yeah, let's begin the climb. I call this split, birds.
Why ever would you call it that, Kamu?
Well, it's because I like birds, you know? So I say, birds.
Okay, birds.
The split after this, for the next part of this climb, is called I Really Hate Birds.
But you just said you like birds, hence, birds.
Well, see...
Why birds until we get to a point?
My like for birds is at or near expectations, but with the birds in this game, it's gone down low.
Does your like or dislike of birds exceed expectations, meet expectations, does not meet expectations?
At or near expectations. The split after that is called, oh my god, it's snipers and birds. We're dealing with the annoying guys, aka the snipers, first, because if it wasn't obvious, I feel like those bullets just went through him.
Disagree that that shot missed.
Apparently, most of my PvP games think that way too, huh? Anyway, that was me cosplaying my Romeo. Stop sneezing.
Sneezing and cold.
Sneezing and cold, yeah. Achoo. You're really lucky. He could actually fall off, but you know, he's just on air.
He's standing on a rainbow right now.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Might as well wait out this. I'm standing still. I want to wait out this cold before I do the next section, but I might actually wait out this cold before the next section so it doesn't get progressively harder.
Perfect time for me to jump in and say, folks, if you want to catch up on any of the GDQ Hotfix shows of the times past, or any of our marathon runs like the Silent Hill 3 run that they did karaoke at, you can find those all on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/gamesdonequick. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hello, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the little bell notification to see all things GDQ when we upload new videos. You should also come follow us on Twitch, by the way, twitch.tv/gamesdonequick, just saying.
Whoa.
Whoa.
You think if you're a good singer and you sing a copyright song, you get copyright struck, but if you're a bad singer and you try to sing it, like they just don't, they just don't care? Birds, by the way. Birds.
Yup.
Birds?
Birds.
Ah, birds.
Birds.
Welcome to the final dungeon of Romeo the Dead Man, the birdhouse.
Nope, I refuse to kill. I refuse to kill any of these aviary specimens. I might have to kill some. I might have to kill. This is not even the worst part of this level.
No.
There is a part with like 30 birds.
The worst part about this bit is that if you try and dodge roll to like the left or the right, you will fall down to the bottom and die. Like, these birds are just in the most precarious position because of this like little platform here that you have to either dodge forward or, you know, die. Thanks, birds.
We like birds.
Do we?
I have it on good authority that birds are jerks.
I didn't. Discord cut you out there. I'm gonna imagine my own thing that you said there. To be honest,
I said I have it on good authority that birds are jerks.
You
aren't like geese super terrifying or something?
Yeah, they have teeth. Their tongues have teeth.
Ugh. Wait, what? Ugh.
Yeah, birds. A lot of birds have razor tongues.
Why?
For eating? The question
that makes
is,
sense.
why don't you have a razor tongue, Camus?
Why don't you kiss me and find out?
Don't threaten me with a good time.
We almost crossed the line there for GDQ. Huh? Oh God, this is actually really bad. What is this? Get every elite spawn. What is this? This is pretty bad, huh? For this.
Yeah.
This is
It's one of those where it's like, it like the longer it goes on, the more of these enemies just somehow seem to turn up. That's the Mantis, by the way. They suck.
Oh yeah. By the way, on a good run, none of these guys will ever make it here because
just a single file through the door.
This is way more entertaining. So.
This isn't the worst part.
Not even remotely. This is actually one of the easier parts.
Gestural, please.
Half your HP just gone.
I can't move. I'm gonna die.
I think it's bloody summertime to get that HP.
Yeah, I might have to bloody summer. I wanted to use it for something.
My
else.
God.
Remember when we said again, even though we're on easy, the end of this game can be quite nasty?
Honestly, I would say most of the run killers are on this level, to be fair.
Yeah.
On top of like the RNG, on top of birds just being annoying, but there's also the RNG of, you know, do I get elite enemies who are intelligent, you know? However, we will be making an autosave because I have no more heals left. This is still that same split, by the way. Ah, birds.
Ah, birds.
Ah, birds.
Ah, birds.
Ah, birds. Birds?
Danger. Danger.
Hey, it's your favorite sub boss, Dane.
Just waiting for it to throw out a gravity spell. Sorry, that looks like an enemy from Elden Ring.
Are you talking about the astral? What is it called, boss?
Yep. Well, there's oh god, I know which one you're talking about. I'm talking about there's another one that's like a regular enemy.
Centipede. Oh no, I was talking about the galaxy centipede boss.
Still, yeah, that's it. Justice.
Justice. This is a payphone, by the way.
What's a payphone?
Don't see a lot. Well, my young friend, payphone.
Thank you for explaining. I'm 36 years old.
I think the last time I used a payphone was going to a skate park. Then it was late, and then it was like,
oh my god,
you know what? You know what I mean? It's like, hey, can I get
1999.
How does he know? And we got dodged the birds that time. This is actually kind of a misnomer because there's actually a wall on that path. So there's actually a hidden path around there.
Hey, Romeo.
Oh. About to get kicked out of that cutscene.
It said, hey, Romeo, not wherefore art thou, Romeo. Interesting.
There is exactly one Shakespeare quote, and it's in just before the final boss.
Nice.
And literally Juliet responds with, I hate Shakespeare. And Romeo's like, I kind of like Shakespeare.
Doesn't wherefore art thou, Romeo mean like, why is your name Romeo? Oh, no, please don't do it. No, no. I have so many qualms about the aviary. I have so many complaints of the aviary sort in this game.
It is a very good thing we are not sponsored by a bird protection agency or something.
Today's sponsor is Petco. Speaking of food for aviaries.
It is definitely not sponsored today.
Yeah, this place is like kind of linear at this point, but it's gonna get a little maze-like again coming up after this.
I love context-free ladders where you have to be standing on the right side of it to climb it.
Yeah.
I'm just stunned that Flab actually hit you from that angle.
You know what they say, Abu Kamu, luckiest speedrunner. Oh! Come on. I kind of just want to use Bloody Summer here. Get him off the farm. Oh, he actually just fell off. That's kind of... The
reason why I've shot that one is that is a snipe.
I will be waiting. Hold up. I will be waiting for the animation to end. Oh, what's it? No, I really should have just knocked her down, but this is way more entertaining, right?
Yeah.
The vertical level. Okay, good. I can't move.
Romeo is a falling man.
Oh, please, you are so pretty. Please.
I love what you've done with your hair, ma'am.
We're gonna take a shortcut, drop that. I just jumped down.
In the face.
Anyway, this is
I got you for the show.
we are switching weapons here because despite what you might think the shotgun being the strongest, the pistol shoots faster because there are like 30, 40, 50 birds here. And these are really big ladders we gotta climb up. So
there's also only one correct ladder, by the way. And yes, if you fall off at all here, it is game over.
Oh no! Rube, you jinxed it, man.
No, the birds did.
Dane, do you understand why this bit is called Birds?
Birds.
Birds. Luckily, we made some autosaves, so we're actually not too far off from where we were. Birds. Oh, I tried to go for that.
That would have been a cool shot if you made that.
That would have been a cool.
Oh.
Wow. Really?
Rube's played this game, so he conceptually understands
Okay, not gonna lie.
the BS of some of these shots.
That was...
He wasn't even trying to hit me, by the way. He just did an attack that hit me.
Yeah, but we were talking about the RNG at the end.
No.
This is legit harder than the final boss, and I'm not joking about that.
Oh my god.
Birds.
Birds.
Please do a horizontal one for once in your life. Okay, things are dying in here. Sorry, guys. Things have to be dying in here.
And then you get stun locked once you try to actually start fighting them.
Oh yeah, this game does not care if you're stun locked or not. 100%. Okay, so it's only just the laser guy. So surely my luck cannot be that bad, right?
Surely not.
How are they in a position to shoot over the place?
They have some.
Like this bit is hard just in general. This is the worst luck. Like, how is this happening?
It's because it's on GDQ. No, dude. Oh my god, this is
shouldn't
like...
have even hit through the floor. Like,
I have qualms.
This isn't even the worst part.
I have many qualms.
Do not vertical, please do not.
Oh no.
No.
That was it high enough? What?
Wow.
We'll get through. How are we looking on time? I just need to know. I know how much of the game is left.
You got about 11 minutes left, little more than.
Ooh. Yeah, we can hit that. Honestly, yeah. Oh. Note to self, I am going to kill some things. Well, it just feels silly at this point. By the way, on actual attempts of this, I just climb up the ladder, get hit by nothing, even though there are 10 enemies around. Don't knock me off the platform, please.
Would have been really bad.
Would have been really bad.
Now.
Oh yeah, I have the pistol on as well. That's right. Yeah. Okay, I believe. Please.
While we're climbing the ladder, do we want to do shout-outs now?
Rube, go ahead. I'm contemplating my existence.
Shouts to Abu for allowing me to be here. Shouts to this game for existing. This game is actually really, really cool, other than the birds.
Oh, yeah. and the lasers.
Yep. And the shotgun zombies. Bad works rifles.
And then Kamu, I'm sure, will be able to do a shout out as soon as he's not needed to be locked in quite so much because
yes, let me defeat these aviary fiends.
How many birds just rose into the sky there? But it was at least 5.
Let me
from above.
Let me defeat these aviary satans.
Reminds me a lot of the third Resident Evil movie.
Oh yeah, like Apocalypse or something.
That was Apocalypse.
I was very afraid to find out that the 24th anniversary of the first movie was like 3 days ago.
Oh yeah, that tracks. Yeah, it does too.
Yeah. And I also never watched the last one apparently, and I went and did that and regretted my decision immediately. Oh no! Look at them spawn back there, like.
If that shot had hit, oh, I would have several things to say. I would have several things to say.
We could mute your mic while you say them, and then unmute you when you're done.
Right, here's the director's office. It's cutscene door number 1. If y'all have ever seen the game Travis Strikes Again, very much like that. If you play No More Heroes 3, you'll also recognize the same kind of.
Oh, I thought it was a Metal Gear Solids reference. No, honesty. So.
Oh yeah, that definitely looks like Metal Gear Solid to me.
It's like the director, there's something about him like not being able to die, and then Soulbox comes in and shoots him with his electric gun and kills him? Question mark?
Only one more climb left. We got maybe like 2 minutes of a climb and then final boss. So we should be good.
Well, do you want to do your shout outs now while my
yes. Shout outs to the handsome and incredibly talented Dangerous.
Oh, stop.
No, all jokes aside, my name is Awakamu. I speedrun a lot of games. Honestly, this game is kind of outside my branch of what I usually speedrun. I usually speedrun horror games, so obviously the game I'm playing right now is Resident Evil Requiem, which is actually on the show after this, so it should be good fun. Yep. And by 2 fantastic runners. But yeah, no, besides that, hopefully you guys enjoyed what was quite the experience.
This was definitely an experience.
The game itself, not me attempting to climb up ladders, the game itself. Yeah, those crows are still just attacking.
My stomach still hurts from laughing so much at just all that chaos.
That was probably the worst ladder RNG I have seen or have ever experienced in this game, by the way.
I've never seen it that bad.
In like, this or any other game.
The jelly was perfectly placed to just be in the way. Like, every single time. And the laser was going through the floor as well. Like...
Hey, guys, can we talk about it?
Oh my God.
But this is the bit that's like a little bit more, you've got to go up, down, around.
No.
Like
oh my God.
Do not.
You guys severely underestimate how much these birds hate me.
Okay, that's most of the big climbs done, at least. There's one more at the very end, but for this section at least.
I feel like I should get rid of the birds.
That'll be fine. They haven't been here for a while.
Please. Ah, yes, but this is the snipers and birds section. It's usually safer to kill the snipers because there is a relatively tall ladder that you have to climb after this section. It's not too bad, but these birds may or may not be
Be cool, birds. Be cool. Okay.
Easy.
Birds also don't know how to climb ladders.
How terrifying would that be if birds knew how to climb ladders?
I mean, why would birds need to?
For intimidation, you know it.
That's true.
You're walking up the steps, and a crow just follows behind you and says "caw."
I'm sure using their wings all day is probably quite exhausting, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I think this is the last orb, and then we got one more ladder, and then we're pretty much at the finals. Saint Maria, I don't ask for much, please. I mean, I killed most of them. Should be fine.
Don't ask why there's so many doors.
Doors.
It's symbolic.
Door. Aha. Ladder.
See that door right there? How sad would it be if I actually got knocked off? I might have actually cried if I got knocked off there.
Cutscene door number 2, but this time with actual Juliet, who then disappears.
How much time do I got?
Right around 4 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, it's a speedrun. We want to go as fast as you can.
yeah, it's true.
It won't be too much over. Because this bit's going to go perfectly smoothly and no one's going to get away.
There will be no lasers knocking people off ladders or anything like that.
Isn't that bad? This section's a little just more annoying, I would say. Not as bad.
Unironically, no birds in this bit.
Still a bad section.
Coincidence?
You know exactly why that, Rube. You know exactly why. So, because there are enemies literally on the other side of that wall, we gotta go here so they aggro here before we can attack. As you can see, they come.
Oh my goodness.
That's literally the reason why.
That's funny.
Oh, right, yeah. After one of the bosses, you get an air dash, and like we never use it in the run, but getting over these enemies, it actually does work.
Yeah. The reason why we don't use it is because it drains your Bloody Sunday chart, which is a very weird concept on why
we
do such a thing. But
yeah. It's not even that useful because it doesn't give you that many iframes.
No.
Couldn't have been like Encore.
Third and final cutscene door. It's a very big blister gate. It's the hyper blister gate. Right, it's time to start a competition in chat. Try and guess what the name of the final boss is.
If you have played the game, do not type what the final boss's name is.
I see.
It is not Juliet.
That would be really funny.
That would be fun. Do one more rest here. How many heals do I have? 4. Yeah, we're going to equip that badge that drains us of our money, but doubles our attack essentially. So what is it? The last of the intergalactic famous naked? I think it's what it's called.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, the last of the intergalactic famous naked.
Yeah. You know, like every day is like Monday.
Yeah. And she says it herself.
Famous intergalactic naked.
Yeah, she says I'm famous intergalactic naked.
That's a very Suda 51 boss name.
I feel like I ran with that.
She's been very uncooperative today.
Well, no, it's because I was in a reloading animation and you can't cancel animations. However, very cool mechanic in this game that I could just show off right here. If you land on revive, you will just continue the fight where you were. Very cool mechanic. It was unfortunate that Romeo, I decided to reload right when in the path she was, you know, walking around.
At least on that mechanic is just not available on harder difficulties, because I never saw it once in my hard playthrough.
It's only available on the final boss for hard.
Pistachio playthrough or whatever it's called. The difficulties in this game are named after chocolates. Easy is white chocolate, and then there's like dark chocolate, I think, and then pistachio.
Interesting.
I think coffee is the last one, like the hardest one that you unlock after beating the game. It's weird.
She is kind of liking that attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Fun attack.
Almost one shot.
Yeah.
It hits you like dead on. Really annoying to deal with.
I'm at this point where I'm just kind of want to face tank it. I should have enough kills. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this one is annoying because these always do a lot of damage. Like you cannot ignore them.
Unless I go across the arena. Aha.
Do they ever expire?
They do.
No.
Pretty much one or two more annoying moves that this boss has.
Oh my
Thanks for doing it.
goodness. She is pulling out the arsenal of annoying. Oh, I like the other attacks because she's actually AFK during them, but
yeah,
attacks are.
That one, as you can probably guess, that barrier is impenetrable.
Wow. This is pretty much how I died last time. I don't know, reload animation.
Here we go.
Ah, lovely.
That's a command grab.
Oh, this attack.
Here it is. Yeah. The laser attack, where there's some, again, above, some on the ground level. You have to jump over them and dodge them, which sometimes, if you look at this pattern, yeah.
That's a little tricky to remember.
As we said, there are a couple of bullet hell sections.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. That goes across the entire arena.
Jeez.
You will die from it.
Okay, time ends after this QT. So that was a rough boss fight. So times in 3, 2, 1.
GG.
GG.
Tragic.
Hey, we did it though.
I blamed 5 of those minutes on that ladder. I blamed the ladder. I blamed the ladder.
It was definitely the latter. But yeah,
That was literally the most horrific ladder I've ever seen. Like,
it was entertaining as heck though. But yeah, thank you both again so much for being here. It was super fun to watch this, and I've spent so much time laughing. But yeah, we have got another show to get to. So folks, that is going to be it for Crosshair this evening on the GDQ Hotfix. But stick around, because coming up next is Speedruns from the Crypt, and it's Requiem night. So you're going to get to see 2 runs of Resident Evil Requiem. So next episode of Crosshair is in 2 weeks, and that's going to be a special one because chat, it's my birthday in 2 weeks. So I'll see you here for my birthday, April 1st. Our next show. Yeah, that's my birthday. But yeah, as always, folks, no matter what your dreams, goals, or hopes are in this world, always keep them in your crosshair. We'll see you next time.